Super weird how that happens. What's good with it, family? Good morrow. What's good? What's good? How y'all doing? Oh, the sun is out today. Maybe it's gonna be warm warmer today. It wasn't cold yesterday, but how long do I usually stream? I don't know. I think today my live is gonna be 3 hours though. 3.5 hours. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I'm good. I'm good. Yep. They gonna be mad. Mm-hmm. What they do, man. What's up, YouTubes? I tied him up over the weekend. Rika. Content Creator Award. That's all it is. What up, Ginger? Long time no see, man. Thank you, Sharon. You just saw their show in Detroit. Who you talking about? Who's show in Detroit? Are women old smacks in a relationship? I don't know. Are they? Do you think women feel entitled to smacks in a relationship? That's the question. Oh, that what did they do? Right? What was they doing? I like shits and gigs. They clips be funny as hell to me sometimes. Interesting. Andrew Schultz. I hate Andrew Schultz. I don't know. I ain't gonna start talking about Andrew Schultz. I don't like Andrew Schultz. He's a weirdo to me. Oh, Tan, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, maybe not sorry to hear that. That makes sense. I'm gonna look him up. I'm gonna look up shits and gigs. Mm-hmm. What up, y'all? Yeah. You know, I always got to ask the questions, man. I be hearing the men talk about love languages and shit like that. I always think love language is funny. I think the worst thing we've done in the last like 5 years is use what's it called like psychology language, and then gave it like and then men got a hold of it, like manipulative men got a hold of it, and now they're like using it on the reg. It's like really funny. Yant, what's good? Yeah, so you wanted to know if I thought that do I think women are entitled to smacks during a relationship?
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah. No, of course not. No, nobody's entitled to smacks in a relationship. Have you heard many women say that they were entitled to smacks in a relationship?
No, but like I had past relationships where if I didn't want to have sex with a girl, they would get like really upset, or sex with the girl, they would get really upset.
Okay. I don't know if that. What is that? Do you think that that is a do you think that that's an issue with most women? Like you think a lot of women, like I think, okay, so I think what I want to get to is I hear you. I can even see that being like, I could even see that happening, let's say, right? But my question always is, do you think that that's the norm?
No, I mean, maybe only girls I've dated. It's happening with multiple girls.
Yeah, I think, mhm. Say it again. You say you dated multiple girls and that happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about girls I didn't date.
Yeah. But I think, but you've heard men say that they were entitled to smacks during a relationship, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm asking you. Have you ever heard a woman say that though? Like, not a woman that I'm saying you've heard men say that, like in general, like in life, they say that, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you're not in a relationship with a man, so the only way for you to hear would be like just from like some random dude, or maybe even your friends. But mostly, I'm sure you've heard it on the internet. You've heard men talk about it multiple times. So what I'm saying is, do you think that, or have you? And then my question is, have you heard women talk about it in that way?
That they're entitled to smacks?
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, not really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nah.
Yeah, I get it.
Generally, I don't hear that happening. But I'm just speaking from my experience. I mean, if you're saying like in a general discussion, I guess I'd agree. I'd agree.
Yeah, generally speaking, women aren't. They don't feel like they're entitled to smacks, right? Just generally speaking, I know that, you know that. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm addressing men specifically, because women don't have a problem with this concept. Even the women, that you claim were upset with you, they didn't like coerce you into having sex with them. They didn't threaten you. They didn't grape you, right? They were upset. They were disappointed.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But when men feel entitled to smacks, totally different thing, totally different ball game.
True.
Right. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's just not. It's like, I don't mind talking about things. I don't mind talking about the doing the whole both side shit. Like, we can do the both side shit. I'm good with that. But the effects have to be similar, right? The end results have to be similar for me to talk about it in that way. But if they're not, which, like in this particular case, they're not, then why would I even talk about like women feeling entitled to smacks or whatever, when A, most women don't feel entitled to smacks, and B, even if a woman does feel entitled to smacks, what does she actually do about it? Get mad? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Get mad, upset.
Yeah. She don't do nothing about it though. She don't fucking like slip something in your drink, or she don't wait until you sleep and jump on you, and you know what I mean? Like, she don't do none of that shit. So, it's just, she's just disappointed for whatever reason. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. So that's it.
I just asking the question now.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I'm saying no is because it's like, but the answer to that is no, right? You know the answer to, are women entitled to smacks? You know the answer is no.
Yeah.
That's why it came off as like facetious. Because, like, why would you ask that? Like, of course women aren't entitled. If I'm saying men aren't entitled to smacks, why would I say women are? That's crazy.
Well, I just wanted your take, I guess. I mean, I never really had it. I mean, I don't feel entitled to sex, so I can't, or smacks. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't really feel entitled to smacks, so I can only ask for what I know, what I experience.
Okay. I appreciate that, man. Hey, thanks for coming up, Yant.
All right, man.
All right, brother. Stick around if you want to. Yeah, here we are. Yeah, he was probably he sounded pretty young. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. What it do, people? Definitely let's keep the likes up. Let's get the likes up 50,000 real quick, man. We got enough people in here. Same thing on YouTube's, man. Let's get the likes up over 100 real right briefly. What up, Silent Twins? So yeah, I think one of the worst things we did is give up. I'm sorry, as a society, as a collective, is start using like psychology language and terms, and then giving it to men who want to use it to manipulate and gaslight, because it could be dangerous when they use it, when they use the terminology, and they do, right? And they use the concepts, and one of the concepts they've been trying to use is the love language shit, which I already told you. Already know that I'm not a big proponent of love language. Like I don't necessarily believe in it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. I think it's. I think it's. I think it's I guess I understand the idea of it being like an easier way just to like let a person know, like, this is what I like, whatever. But I think that it's more harmful. I think it does more harm than good, right? I think people actually, love languages aren't real, Ashley. They're not a real thing. The doctor who came up with the term said that they're not a real thing. Just so we're clear, the doctor who came up with the term love language said that it's not a real thing. Just so we're clear. Yeah. Right. Yeah. My love language is all of them. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Who doesn't want words of affirmation? Who doesn't want physical touch? You know what I mean? Like, of course. Like, it's just not like it's not. They're not real. But I get the. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to like act like I don't understand what what the conversations around them are. Like, I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I think like, for an example, when women say that their love language is words of affirmation, that is because it's really hard to get men to pay attention to them and to talk to them and build them up. Men are usually not paying attention, not talking to them in this way. We talk to our women a lot, but we're usually dumping on them. But I'm saying we're not like telling them how much we appreciate them and how much we respect them, but we're always touching them, right? So naturally, of course, their love language, the deficit in the relationship isn't physical touch. You see what I'm saying? Because they might be getting touched out, to be honest with you. My wife always says that. I'm touched out. I'm touched out for the day. My sons are always on her, whatever, especially when they're breastfeeding. She'd be like, I'm just touched out for the day. I get it. So yeah, so a woman will say, my love languages are words of affirmation. But if you stop touching her, you see what I'm saying? Like, and you gave her words of affirmation, she'll be like, "Oh, I wish we had more physical touch." Like, of course, so usually the person's love language is the thing that they're missing in the relationship. That, to me, that's what I'm getting from it. But people take that shit and act like that's like it's a real thing, and men are like, "My love language is physical touch." It's always physical touch, because guess what? Men don't ever get enough physical touch. Right? To us, I'm saying, we always want physical. We always want sex. We always want head. We always want, you know what I'm saying? Like, we always want to be able to touch her when we want to touch her, and grab her when we want to grab her, and so on and so forth. So yeah, our love language is always physical touch. Words of affirmation, not so much our love language. But why not? Oh, because our woman is constantly giving us words of affirmation and telling us how good we are and how great we are. Oh, you're such a good dad. Oh, I love you so much. And having these conversations with us and things of that, and listening to us and validating us. So most men aren't out here like, man, you know what, man? I really love words of affirmation, because you get it. You're getting it all the time. That's what it is. And you're probably, and here's the thing, for men, you're probably not getting smecks because you're not giving her the words of affirmation. See what I'm saying? So whatever smecks you think you're entitled to in a relationship, or whatever amount of smecks you desire in a relationship, you are like, okay, cool. I feel like I want to have smecks 5 days a week. Right? That's my number. I'm not saying that for me. I'm just saying in general. Like, that's my number. 5 days a week. Cool. But how do I get there? Right? How do I why is she not um why is she not giving me that? And then when you talk to her, let's say you ask her what's your love language, she's going to say words of affirmation and acts of service. Oh, okay. So she wants you to talk to her and do shit for her. Not even for her, even probably just do shit for the house. If you do shit for the house, you're doing it for her because she she does the majority of the work in the house, right? So if you do shit for the house, you're doing shit for her. That's one less thing that she has to do. If you wash the dishes, that's one less thing she has to do. If you clean, if you fold, if you wash, dry, and fold the laundry, that's three less things that she has to do, right? So that's what she's saying. You say gifts. Yep, I love a gift. My wife loves gifts too. But if a man was just to give you gifts and not give you the other things, you would want those other things. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I'm saying. Like, yeah, I love gifts too. I love gifts too. But I don't know what it's like to not have words of affirmation. And I don't know what it's like not to have physical touch. I don't know what it's like not to get acts of service. I really don't know what it's like. My wife does all of those things. So I don't know what it's like, right? I don't me personally I'm saying I don't even know what it's like not to get those things. I don't know. I've been with my wife for 17 years. I've been getting all of those things all the time. So I don't know what the fuck it's like. The only time I don't get those things is when she's upset with me. And I know clearly that's what it is. When she's not upset with me, I get all of those things in abundance. I get all of those things in abundance. Yeah, but we as human beings, we need all of those things in a relationship. That's all I'm saying. And my wife may not care as much for gifts, but if I don't get my wife gifts, she'll feel some type of way. Definitely. I've definitely missed a Valentine's Day in my 17 years of being with her. I've definitely, you know what I'm saying? Like definitely I missed it. Like she'll be like, "Yo, what's good?" You know? And then I did the you like somebody said they like gifts. Like I've done the gift cards and her be like, "Eh, I'm not too keen on the gift cards because I feel like you haven't really put much thought into it." You know what I'm saying? I remember one time I got her like I didn't get her a gift card, but no, it was a gift card, but it was to like a spa that did like laser hair removal and like some other procedures. They do like all the, like those like I don't know, they do all that shit that like all the like insta girly type people be getting. But like I got her that shit because she was like talking about doing something that's like a service that spa had. So I went to like I looked up like the best spa in the city and I like got her like a $500 whatever gift card to that spa or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? That's different, right? I would think that would be different. Like, yeah, because she needs to schedule the time and all of that stuff. And she used it and she loved it. But me getting her like a gift card to Starbucks is like, like you can do that with some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do that with some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you got like if I get her like a bunch of other gifts and then I get her a gift card to Starbucks, she's not gonna be like, "What is this? You got me a gift card to Starbucks." I don't, she'll appreciate it. But if that's the main gift, it's like I got her a $200 gift card. It's like, that's what she hit me with. She was like, yeah. And I was like, I told her, I was like, yeah, it's hard for me. I don't know what you want. And she was like, you know, she was like, yeah, because you got to fucking listen to me. You got to pay attention. I was like, bet. So now when I'm hearing her like, I fucked up, but it worked out though. It was cool. I can't remember if it was for her birthday. I think it was for her birthday. So for her birthday, I got her like a mini fridge, right? She got a new her office was getting remodeled or something like that. And I remember just talking to her about it and in talking, she was like, I need a mini fridge for my office. And I was like, cool. I was like, all right, cool. So I just like stored it away and was like, I'm gonna get her a fucking mini fridge. And so when it was her birthday, I went and bought her a mini fridge, brought it to the house or whatever. Happy birthday. And she was laughing. She appreciated it. She was like, oh, She was like, I already got a mini fridge though. They bought me one. The school bought me one. And I was like, oh, I didn't know. You know what I mean? Because it was a while ago when she had told me that. So in between that time, she had got a mini fridge. And she never brought it back up. She wasn't like, I got a mini fridge. You know what I'm saying? Like, guess what? They bought me a mini fridge. She didn't even think about it. She just, it was what it was. So she appreciated it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like she was like, she knew I was paying attention though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I wanted to like, it was like, I'm listening to you. I didn't go to her and was like, what do you want for your birthday? And she's like, I want a mini fridge. And I was like, okay. And I ran out and bought her a mini fridge. Like, I was just listening to her and was like, she needs a mini fridge. Cool. Got her one. You know what I'm saying? Tell her to store skincare. I don't know what that means. Oh, in the mini fridge?
Yeah, in the extra mini fridge.
Tell
her to put her skincare in there. It'll last longer.
Oh, for real? I didn't know that. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all got an extra mini fridge hanging around.
No, I took it back.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'll take it back the next day and bought her something else.
I came up to talk to you about the love language. Well, to talk to the women in the chat about the love languages because we know your platform. We got to be clear. You speak to men, but I'm going to speak to the women. As far as love languages, y'all, I don't know if Pub already said this part because I was in and then I was out because I got a call, but the dude who wrote the love language books is just a grifter.
Yep.
He wrote this book and he is no better than the people who sell these femininity courses online. And I'm going to teach you like the magical word to say to get these men to fall in love with you. He's no better than these people because we as women have to unpack the need for male validation and the need to censor men so we can stop falling victim to wasting our damn money on these damn grifters, because there's no amount of love language in the world, there's no amount of femininity in the world, there's no amount of say this magical phrase and make him fall for you that's going to get this man to quote unquote fall for you. The people who sell these be more feminine courses, or I'm gonna teach you how to do this, I'm gonna teach you how to do that, I don't trust them, because like Pub was saying, every love language is necessary. There's no love language that's not necessary. And in the grand scheme of things, even if it did happen to work, the men have already taken the love languages over to their side, and they've learned how to weaponize it against us. Because every single man, his love language is physical touch.
Everyone.
Every single one. If you go on a dating app and scroll down his dating app, one, he's saying every single one of them, their love language is physical touch, and two, they want to talk about this so that they can pretend to be deep, and they can have this conversation with you where you're like, oh my God, see, he listens, because if I tell him my love language, he's going to listen and he's going to reciprocate, and if I give him his love language, he's going to listen and he's going to reciprocate, and that's not going to happen. Also, ladies, if you give men gifts or give them your love language, they're not going to give it back in return to you. That's not how it works, because oftentimes as women, we think if we give, we're going to get, and that's not how it works. That's how we get taken advantage of.
Yeah, if you give, most niggas is going to take. Sabrina Carpenter got a dope-ass song. I've been stuck on her album for about 2 weeks now. That shit be slapping. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. But she got a dope ass song. It's called Dumb and Poetic. That's what you just described, like the dudes that be on there trying to be like fake deep and shit. Yeah, y'all gotta, if you ain't heard that song, go listen to that song. That song is that Dumb and Poetic. That shit had me fucking crying. I'll be listening to that shit. The funny thing is the tone of the song is like, it's very like melancholy, right? Like she's supposed to listen to it and it's like, it's no drums. It's like a harp playing and shit like that. And I just listening to the song, I'm laughing because she, like, everything she was saying about men in there, I was crying like, yeah, man, I know a lot of you fake deep motherfuckers out here that be doing them, all them fake deep quotes and shit like that, thinking y'all Gary V. thinking y'all fucking David Goggins and shit. All them fake deep dudes, man. I can't stand that shit. It always rubbed me the wrong way. Y'all don't know. I told y'all I hate bad suit coaches, but I also hate I don't like motivational speakers. It's called Dumb and Poetic, baby girl. I don't like motivational speakers. Generally speaking, I don't like motivational speakers. Yeah, I'm not into that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it always rubs me the wrong way. Always. I'm always like, this shit is corny. Like, you never giving people the actual formula on how to be better. You just saying shit to them. It's like literally, it's like paying somebody to listen to a politician lie to you. That's what I feel like. I feel like you're just listening to a politician lie to you. They talk just like politicians. A bunch of platitudes, a bunch of riddles and shit. Like, I'll be like, that's me though. Y'all could, if you know a good motivational speaker, you know what? I listened to that. I watched the video of, I watched her movie too, but oh my goodness, she's an autistic woman. Her name is like Grandeur. Oh my goodness. I can't remember her name, but she was dope as fuck. And she talked about like, she was autistic like in the 60s and 70s, I think, or maybe 70s. And her mom, what her mom did to like, you know, her mom like worked with her. Temple Grandin. Yep, there you go. Mother, thank you. Temple Grandin. The shit. Like that shit right there. When I watched her and I watched that movie, I was like, oh my God, crazy. Yeah. She raised horses and then she ended up killing them. But oddly enough, she was really in touch with the animals and she did all of that to like, but she did it like to do it humanely. That was her thing. The animals are going to be unalived. And she was like, let's figure out how to unalive them more humanely. Yeah. Yeah. She was like really, and she was like the animal. She was like the horse whisperer, the cow whisperer. And then she ended up going to college and she got into like, she basically taught like how industrial slaughterhouses. She like, you know, she taught them how to like unalive the animals more humanely. Yeah. Temple Grandin. That's her name, Temple Grandin. She cool as shit though. Her mom was dope. I loved it.
Motivational speaker.
She did a TED talk, and it was like you know what I'm saying. To me, some TED talks are motivational, and some of them are like informational, right? Some of them are both, but hers was like a motivational thing to me, right? I was very much motivated after listening to her shit, listening to her story or whatever. I was like, damn, this is crazy. But yeah.
Anybody trying to sell you this information, like these courses, and like it bewilders me how, you know what I'm saying, like people who don't know what the fuck they doing always got to charge. Like, for example, it's a person on this app, right? And she sells femininity, and it has to do with being a girl, if you know what I'm saying. Like, your only qualification is that you're married. Lady, ma'am, person who's selling the course, how am I supposed to know that your marriage is working? What else do you have to qualify me to give me this information other than I've been married? And the fact that people like, they put married people on a pedestal, like, oh, I only listen to people who've been married for 40 years. I want to listen to the person who's been divorced as well, because what did you learn from the divorce? What did you learn from your marriage? Because now you're not in it and you can speak to it unbiasedly. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to know. What you learn from it. I'm taking advice from everywhere. You don't only qualify people based on like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
how long they did, yeah.
Yeah, like if you were married, if you were married and you got your degree in psychology and human behavior, you know, I might want to listen to you. I want to read your book, but I ain't gonna read somebody's book who just been. I've been a parent for 30 years. Let me teach you about parenting, and all my kids went to jail. You know, no. And I'm good.
A lot of people that be married when they be married for a long time, when you ask them, how did it last so long? They be saying shit like a lot of sacrifice. And I'd be like, yeah, I don't like that shit. Sound like y'all just tolerating each other at this point. Oh, you know, love is hard, man. It's a lot of self-sacrifice and you know, and then you ask the woman and she be like, you know, just being patient, a lot of patience. And I'm like, yeah, see, I'm not liking what y'all saying. Y'all basically just saying y'all just fucking just putting up with shit for 30 fucking years. I don't want to do that shit. I'm trying to live, baby. A lot of forgiveness. Yeah, a lot of forgiveness. A lot of cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, no. Sounds like that Betty Wright song. Don't babe Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man. He's doing the best he can. Like, ma'am, no, please. No, we're not doing this no more, auntie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, y'all not about to have me out here settling. That's what I be feeling like. All the old married people, they be trying to have you settle like they did. They be like, gotcha. Ha ha ha. Welcome to the gulag. You like, damn, nigga, you could have told me. I thought, yeah, y'all, anytime people say love is hard, and I be like, yeah, you're not the one. I ain't listening. I'm not listening to nobody talking about love is hard. Love is the easiest. It's so easy for me to love my children. It's the easiest shit on the planet. It's never been hard.
And speaking to your topic, speaking of owing somebody smacks, I need everybody to read the book, and I always promote it. It's called The Gift of Fear. In the book, it talks about how people, and particularly predators, and particularly men who are predators, they do this thing called loan sharking, and it's a manipulation tactic where they will help you with something or do something for you, and women have the tendency to feel like they owe men something after they've done something for them.
Yep.
So if a man is taking you out on a date, an expensive date, that's why they have this narrative. Well, like, oh, if I take you out on this $200 date, you better be giving me a little sucky. You better be doing something. No. Because if you're taking me out on this date, you're taking me out on this date because you enjoy the company and you like this restaurant and you want to experience this restaurant with me. Or you think that this is a nice place to take me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't owe you shit. No matter what you do for me or how you do it for me, I don't owe you anything. Just as much as you don't owe me anything as a man. But if you want to do something for me and in return, like, I want to do something for you, you bought me a birthday gift, so, like, I'm going to buy you a birthday gift in return. But exchanging smacks for good restaurants or, oh, I came and helped you with your car, the least you can do is, you know what I'm saying, why am I not getting smacks yet? Why am I not getting smacks yet? It's completely unacceptable. It's unacceptable because I don't owe you shit, and I'm never, ever going to feel like I owe anybody anything. And it's called loan sharking, ladies. People will do that to you. They will love bomb you in hopes of cashing in on that later on.
I know a lot of men who do that. Guilty Angel here. Maz, can you guys mute Guilty Angel for the live? Yeah, they're being very, very problematic. Green, you are muted until you come up. I just muted you for the whole live. You can come up and get unmuted though. I don't mind. I'll unmute you when you get up here though. You don't have your request. You don't have your. I'm not able to invite you up, so you have to request, and I'll let you up immediately. Definitely want to hear your thoughts on this. Mello says, what'd you say, Mello? That damn, I forgot your comment. I should have wrote it down. What'd you say, Mello? The last one you said.
I would just say I had mentioned kind of why so many people followed Steve Harvey's relationship advice when he was horrible at it.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll be honest with you. I don't know what Steve Harvey was saying to women. I've never watched any of those like Think Like a Man 1 or 2s or whatever. I don't know. The only thing beyond the Steve Harvey show and the Kings of Comedy, I think I watched a few episodes of the Family Feud shit. I don't know what the fuck Steve Harvey be talking about. So what was he talking about?
He had all these rules that people are supposed to go by. You know, the 90-day rule as far as smacks and just all these different, you know.
What's the 90-day rule? Like, don't have smacks for 90 days?
Yeah.
It's a lady on here. Doesn't she do that? Like 90 days, no kissing, no arguing, no whatever?
Yeah, that's the Canadian the Canadian lady.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it if that's what works for you. I mean, because even if you wait for 90 days, the 100th day, he could be like, that's all I wanted, and ghost you.
Yeah, but the likelihood of that happening goes down if you do that. Wouldn't you think?
No, not really, because relationships end after 6 months. You know what I mean? So there's no guarantee that after 90 days.
No. Hold on, time out. None of this is guaranteed. Nothing I'm saying I'm talking about is guaranteed. And anybody can do anything whenever they want to, and men manipulate, and we know that. Like, I'm just saying, I don't think that is a it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad to make somebody wait 90 days, or you wait 90 days. It's not bad. That's not a bad thing to do. That's all I'm saying. It's not bad. I'm not saying like everybody should do it. I'm not saying it's a fucking fail-safe plan. I'm just saying it's not bad, right? It's not a lie. It's not like it'll actually hurt the person. That's all I'm saying. So where's the argument? Like, what's wrong with that? If somebody says, yeah, I'm just going to wait, then cool, you're right. But Mello, what you just said is what I say all the time, and y'all be arguing against. When I say men mask, and they'll mask for years, not 90 days, they'll mask for fucking 9,000 days. When I say that, you go, oh, not all men, pub. No, these women is. But you just said that right now so that you could push back against what I was saying. Like, you don't think that that's weird?
I never said men didn't mask public. I said people mask. Nobody to me is 100% honest starting off in the beginning of a relationship. Everybody puts their best person forward. It takes time for you to start seeing chinks in the armor.
So what's wrong with waiting?
Just for men, I say that for people.
So what's wrong with waiting 90 days? That's you're making the case for you should wait 90 days. You said over time. So what do? 90 days is time.
I mean, 90 days is only a small percentage of time. Most people I know, most people can last in a facade 90 days. So that's not like a magic number. 90 days is just a close enough number to where you've learned as much about them as they've allowed you to in 90 days. So that doesn't still give you that overall perception of what they're really like after 90 days, because that's nothing.
I hate to say this, y'all, and Mello came up here and you ruined my day by making me agree with you, Mello. I hate that for me. This is the problem with waiting 90 days. One, the women who are subscribing to the wait 90 days thing, they're looking for some magical solution in order to get the man and keep the man and have a man. And that cannot be your intention. That's why I say you have to unpack that internalized misogyny before you start dating, period. Because if you are going into this and you're looking for a fail-safe plan and you're looking for anything to trap the man, so it's just like, oh, I'll say this magic sentence and he'll fall in love with me. I'll wait 90 days and he'll fall for me. But
Lynn, that's not what it is, though. And I can respect what you're saying on one end of it. Like, you're saying the women or whoever, if you're following this and you're thinking this is going to lead me to the Holy Grail, that's wrong. But the people who push this idea, they're not saying that either. They're just saying it will increase the chances of you or decrease the chances of you being hurt by somebody, which it does. That's all I'm saying. Like,
so because if you wait 90 days, and let's say you wait 90 days and you get to know this person for 90 days and you get your feelings involved, as women tend to do in this 90 days, and this person, you wait the 90 days and you're like, 90 days, I'm going to have sex with him now. And then you have sex with him and he leave you on day 91, you are more likely to be still attached to him. You still not dating detachedly. I think waiting until you're ready is more appropriately. Wait until you dealt with the fact that if this man leave after day 30, after day 60, 90, whatever the case may be, I'm straight with it.
It's not. I think the way that we're interpreting it is like you're thinking about it as an absolution, right? Like an absolute, I should say. I'm not. I'm just literally looking at it like a math equation. Odds are, if you make a person wait 90, so if you have, you're a woman, right? If you got 50 dudes trying to get at you, right? And you don't tell them you wait 90 days. I'm just saying you just wait 90. Like, you never tell the man, that you wait 90 days. Okay. So if you have 50 dudes trying to talk to you and you didn't put out, you didn't get physical, you know what I'm saying? How many of them would actually make it to day 90? Like, what percentage of them do you think would actually make it to day 90?
Not a lot of them.
Exactly. So you're gonna weed out. So you're gonna weed out a lot of the riffraff by making them wait 90. That's all it is. And then it doesn't mean that the ones you have left are like, oh, these are the most, like, these guys are the perfect candidate. That's nobody saying that. If you believe that, then you got the wrong, like, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Because I don't get that from what she's saying at all. Right? I get it. I just get it from that aspect alone.
I don't know the person that you're talking about, but when it comes to Steve Harvey, I think like in his messaging, like he did mention a little bit about, oh yeah, but he'll stick around longer, and you know, the ones who have stayed around longer, those are the ones. But again, like the women who tend to subscribe to like, oh, okay, 90 days, who are so hard set and have to have these rules in place, and they tend to drop the ball and tell the man like, oh, I make everybody wait 90 days if you can't wait 90 days, because their goal is to get the man. The man is the center. So that's why I'm saying it can be problematic when it comes to the woman who is implementing these dating tactics, depending on how she dates or her mindset.
I think also what people, because I see people saying like he gonna sleep with women in between. That's just one part of it. That's just one part of it, which is
that shouldn't matter either. You just dating this man.
That's what I'm saying. You just dating this man. So if he's sleeping with other women, who fucking cares? It's the point of it is, to me, it's all the other shit. No arguing, no raised voices, no aggressive. Like, you really get a chance to like really fill a motherfucker out. Way better than you would in hour 90, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes more sense. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all, we can sit here and the more you talk to a person, the more likely you are to actually see, you know, chinks in their armor, right? That's all it is, right? It just makes you slow it down a little bit. And for some people, they need that. They need that rule in place for them because they don't have control outside of that. So they need it like a strategy. That's fine. It works for them. It does. Like, I just don't like, I'm not gonna like the idea in and of itself is not a bad idea. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's not something for me to be like, it doesn't work or it does work. I don't fucking know if it does or it doesn't, but it ain't a bad thing at the end of the day. It's not bad. It ain't a net negative. It's definitely just like how you implement it is going to be the reasons why you're implementing it is going to be, you know, it's going to tell the whole tale, right? Like, so to your point, if a woman's getting in it going, all I got to do is wait 90 days and whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever men are left or whatever man is left, he wins. Like it's fucking Hunger Games or some shit like that. Like, that's not what I'm saying. Like, no, if you think that way, that's not the right way to use it. But if you just like, I don't like, why am I rushing? Why not get to know this person? Why not talk to them? Why make sure that they're not gonna be sitting up there fucking arguing with me and fighting, bickering with me all the damn time? And you know what I'm saying? And I don't even know how they look. I don't even know how they look like online. Like, I don't know how they move online. Because as we know, a lot of these men be saying shit online that they would never say in real life. Maybe you might catch a motherfucker slipping in the live talking that shit. Or in a you know what I'm saying? Like, it just give you more time to see a motherfucker for who they really are. That's all it is.
But what is she saying, like, as far as like the no arguing part, no this part? What is she saying? Because that's my whole reason of agreeing is like the intention behind it. Because if the intention behind it is, then you'll get a man. Like, you can get him if you do these things. Then I think that's the wrong intention. That's not what she. That's not her intent. Yeah. I've never seen a lady. Because why no arguing? I don't get that.
Because why, if y'all like, okay, when I met my ex, even my wife, I don't think me and my wife argued for like a year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you just get with a motherfucker and y'all already arguing week 2, that's probably not the person for you. Right? That's probably not the person for you. Y'all arguing day 1 is probably not the person for you. Right? You can have a disagreement. You could, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, like, you could like it could, and I'm saying it could be like over sugar or salt and fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not, it don't got to be a serious one. I'm just saying like you would have a disagreement and it be respectful and it not be an argument. Not everything has to be an argument because you disagree, right? Like, oh yeah, you like that? Oh, I didn't really like that movie. Okay, well, what did you like about it? Oh, I like this about it. Okay, cool, and keep it pushing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But like having like a fucking argument, like, hey, oh, get the fuck out of here. You mean to tell me like that type of shit, like over, like, especially like over arbitrary shit that you shouldn't even be like, who the fuck cares? Who's better? Like Kobe or LeBron? Like who fucking gives a fuck? It's Kobe, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to sit here and argue with somebody on date number 2, Kobe or LeBron. Like, it's gonna be like, oh, I think it's Kobe. Oh, damn, you think it's LeBron? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, even I knew that, even younger. Like, I knew that one.
I'm saying in my head when you say this, or when women who are listening to her say this, like, okay, a man takes me out and he does something that I don't like, so I hear no arguing, and so I'm gonna be like, oh no, like, let me not say this because lady on the internet told me no arguing. And I say this because even though she might say that's not what I mean, I've seen women and even Shira 7 will say, I'm not a relationship person. I'm a person she's basically a gold digging coach. And the women will come on there and try to use her advice for a relationship where they fall in love. And she's like, it doesn't apply. It doesn't apply. It doesn't apply. When a woman is that desperate and wants a man that bad, it's that male centered, she's going to try to use any advice, love language, femininity coach, 90-day rule. What do I have to do to get this man to be here? Like, these women are.
But that's like, that woman though, Lynn. That's what I'm saying. We're having two different discussions. You're talking about the women or the people, because it ain't just women who do it, men do it too. Appreciate you, Mel. But the women specifically, you're talking about the mindset of the woman that's doing it. And I'm not disagreeing with you that if you are that type of woman or that type of person, if you're using it for the ends to either be an absolute, right, where it's like, I'm going to get my woman or man, you're wrong. And if you're using it as a way to manipulate, then obviously you're wrong. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, that aside, to me, that's not the discussion though. The discussion is the strategy in it of itself good or bad, right? Is it a net negative or could it be a positive? And I think overwhelmingly it is a positive thing, right? But I'm not one of those people that's like it's the end all be all, because I do believe that, Lynn, if you don't need that strategy, you can sleep with a dude on day 1 or you can sleep with a dude on day 10 and y'all might end up being married, right? Like I've seen it go all the different ways. But for people who, you know, like I said, some people just need a strategy. Some people just need something to, you know what I'm saying? Like they just need somewhere to start. You know what I mean? Like you just need somewhere to start. And that's a place for them to start. That's it. The same thing I was talking about with the love languages.
What I'm saying is, like, they need people who need people with, before you take on the strategies, take on the healing aspect.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm with all of that.
It's the intentionality behind it. Like, you got to check your intentions behind it, because I've seen people, like, on TikTok, I've seen people in these chats, like, and anybody to me who will be like, oh, I'm listening to this random chick on the internet who talks about being feminine, like, and she's going to give me the advice that I need in order to get a man. I'm like, why are you that desperate where you're paying $300 to a random woman on the internet just because she said she's married and she got some magical femininity coach? I'm like, are you, what's the intention behind it, sweetie? Let's take a step back. Let's talk about why you would spend $300 for this lady to give you, like, is there something deeper there, or do you just need a little bit more strategy and you get it? Like, yeah,
I'm with that. I think that's a different conversation, and I can hear that and respect that. I don't think to me, that's not even what I'm on, but I hear you, because I just told you, I don't fucking, I think people who buy into, like, wholeheartedly buy into anything like that, I'm like, you setting yourself up for failure. Like, that's crazy. But if you just use it as like a tool and then you got other shit going on, like you said, and you're healed up and man, what's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that. Heal up. Now you want to go out there and date again. Cool. Hey, I'm going to make a motherfucker wait 90 days. I'm going to wait 90 days before I do anything. And I want to check all these boxes off before I take the next step. That's all it is. I think that's perfectly fair and fine. I don't think it's for everybody, right? That's what I'm saying. That's why I would not be, for me, I don't feel comfortable like pushing it personally, because I remember she came up here and she was trying to, you know, basically like I think like recruit me, but like it doesn't. I can't push it because I want people, you know what I mean, like different strokes for different folks. But in and of itself, I don't think it's a bad thing. No, hell no, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Even for the women who are not all the way healed, they're still less likely to get hurt if they wait 90 days. That's what I'm saying. Even for those women, even for the women you're talking about, right? Let's say, here's what I'm saying. That strategy or not that strategy, right? Just that whatever they've been doing normally, which is like, let's say they've been just sleeping with dudes when they want to and hooking up with dudes when they want to, or not even just that, ignoring red flags, like arguing, like bickering, like disagreeing, you know what I'm saying? Like things of that nature. Let's say it's a woman that thinks like those things are normal and like, oh yeah, no, that's fine and whatever, because she whatever, right? She ain't all the way healed or whatever you want to say for whatever reason. And she doesn't have any guardrails, you know, for dating. Or a man. I'm sorry, I don't want to make this woman specific, but like, so for a person, they don't have any guardrails and you know, and they're out there on their own with no guardrails and no strategy. This is just a strategy. I feel like that person is less protected than the person that adopts this strategy. Because I don't think this strategy at the end of the day will hurt in any way, shape, or form. I don't think it's harmful at all.
I guess I'm just seeing the side of a woman like, okay, women tend to, and like, if you've been in my life, you know I say this all the time. Like, I hate because society has taught women to fawn or to people please or to be passive aggressive when they want to meet and get like an end to a mean. So I see women who have been socialized to do this, hearing this advice and being like, oh, okay, no arguments. Okay, well, he did something I don't like. Let me not speak up for myself because you already conditioned to people please.
No.
Like, before you.
But that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to just leave. Like if he argues with you, 100%,
I agree.
Yeah, if he breaks a rule, you leave. That's how it works. If he breaks one of the rules, you leave. You don't make any concessions. You know what I'm saying? If he breaks a rule, you leave. That's how it works. It's very black and white in that way. I feel like that's fine. I feel like that's safe. I do. I feel like maybe he was a good candidate for you, come to find out at the end, if you would have worked through it and gave him a chance. Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that that's safe. I think that's perfectly okay. Yep.
Yeah, okay. I get that. Leave. Don't argue.
No. Yeah.
Like, don't try to fix it. That's what scares me. Is like women who have been conditioned to people please, hearing that and being like, oh, because like I said, I've never seen that woman, so I don't know her message.
Yeah.
But like women who've been conditioned to people please, hearing that and being like, oh no, arguing. If I don't argue with him, then I'll be able to continue with this relationship.
I got it. I think that's why you were mentioning like the femininity coaches, because they teach you how to just be a pick-me. I got you. Yeah, she not doing that. She teaching you to like it in a certain way. It gives you like a artificial backbone, so to speak. And I don't mean that with any disrespect, but it gives you like you know, for all intents and purposes, it gives you a backbone, right? Because you have this set of rules, and you're like, boom, he breaks the rule, I'm out. Whereas before, you might have been willing to be on some like, you know, it wasn't that bad. He didn't yell, you know, whatever it is. And she's like, no, if you argue, it's over. If he argues with you, it's over. Just end it. Okay. I think that's I don't think that that's bad. Like, I don't think that that's bad. I don't know. I don't think that's a bad thing.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Hey, Lynn. Hey, Pub. So basically, Lynn, this lady, if we're kind of speaking about, she teaches you to have hard boundaries and set hard boundaries and don't deviate from them.
Pretty much.
She teaches you a set of rules, and basically, if any of those rules are violated within that certain period, then she said, cut the relationship over. It's over. Yep. No questions, no excuses. Be done with it.
Yep.
Next.
She basically teaches you how to stand on business.
I agree with that. I guess I'm traumatized by all the women on this app who grift.
Yeah.
Who are like, if you send him this text message, he's going to fall in love with you. If you don't argue with him,
she's not teaching you how to manipulate men. She's not teaching you how to manipulate. Nah, that's not what she's doing at all. It's all about you. It ain't got nothing to do with the person you dating. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, it's for you. It's like, these are my boundaries. These are my rules. These are hard lines I'm drawing in the sand. If you cross this hard line, this boundary, I'm out. And you don't, obviously you don't tell the man that, because you know what I'm saying, you just test him to see if he's naturally like that. And if he isn't, then you leave. That's all I'm saying. Like, I think that that's fair, but I agree. The others, the femininity, those people are nuts. Those people, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, Kay already said, how do you coach somebody on how to be more feminine? That doesn't make any sense. It's weird. That's a grift.
Right.
No doubt about it.
Because she teaches her boundaries too. Like, y'all know me. Like, the people who know me. I'm a hard boundary queen. That's me all the way. I'm gonna agree with hard boundaries 100% because I'm a selfish motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And if you hurt me, or if you're doing anything that hurt me, you gotta go, baby. You just gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no negotiator when it comes to trying to play in my face at all.
I love that. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I mean. For you, I don't think it would be beneficial for you. I think you got it. You know what I'm saying? But for somebody else, I think it might be beneficial for them. That's why when she was talking to me, that's why I was like, I don't really feel comfortable pushing it, because especially like with the demographic of women who gravitate towards my platform, I don't think most of you guys like have a problem with that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think most of y'all be struggling with that stuff from my conversations and my observation. So I just was like, it's not for me. Like, I don't have those, you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't line up with my demographic or whatever, but maybe somebody else, Oh, no, I agree. I know, Auntie, I don't fuck with Steve Harvey. I've never like consumed a lot of his shit, but I know he's he's a weirdo. I don't fuck with Steve Harvey at all. But I was talking more from the Canadian relationship coach. That's what I was saying. I know more about her message based on what Mello was saying. If it's like her, you know what I'm saying? If it was like her shit, then yeah, I agree. But I don't know what the fuck Steve Harvey was on. A cheater and a hater of Bernie Mac. Yeah, I don't fuck with. Yeah, you hate on Bernie Mac like that, you gotta go. That's a hero in my book. Bernie Mac is a hero of mine. You can't be out here hating on B Mac like that. That was wicked. I don't fuck with him. He's a weirdo.
And I hang on, pub.
Y'all don't have to keep.
Hold on.
Y'all don't have to keep telling me the people not too much on land. If y'all don't realize that if I was a weird pick-me pub wouldn't be having me on here like this, then that's on you. Like, y'all let them think what they want to think. We good.
Yeah, we don't read the comments. We straight. We good. Go ahead, Mello. What you saying?
I was gonna say, now I was kind of, let's deviate back toward your prompt.
Yep.
Now, I'm really kind of looking at that, and wouldn't that kind of change or deviate if you're in a marriage? Because you feel like if your partner's love language is physical touch, and you guys were very sexual, or they were a very sexual person, if you know that's what makes them feel closer to you, and you withhold that, or you feel like you don't owe that to them, then aren't you doing a disservice to them in the marriage?
No.
If you're withholding that from them, aren't you taking that part of the relationship away from them?
No. Physical touch and smacks smacks falls under physical touch, right? The love language says physical touch. So that's a hug, that's a kiss, which are more intimate than smacks. Because 304s, sex SWs, they have smacks and they don't kiss. They don't hug. It's not intimate. It's really not intimate at all, right? They don't even got to look at the motherfucker. They just come in, bend over, and do their thing. I've seen videos where it would be like men go into a room and it's literally like just like a woman, like you could just get the bottom half of the woman and it's like a thing, and her face and shit is behind. You don't even see what she looks. They put a picture of her up there, but you don't see her face. Like it's just a vagina and a penis. Like smacks can be not intimate at all. Right? But kissing is always intimate. Right? Kissing is always intimate. That's a very intimate act. So you can have intimacy without having smacks. So you don't need smacks, right? If my partner said she needed smacks, if she needed intimacy, I would be intimate with her. It doesn't mean P and VG, right? P and VJ.
No, but see, But see, Pub, you just kind of went in a different direction. You went to Smex workers. I said, if your wife and you enjoy Smex, and she enjoys Smex from you, and that makes her feel closer to you, if you withheld that or neglected that portion, that's emotionally hurting your wife because you're severing that connection.
Once again,
what if she enjoys that from you?
I'll go back. Let me go back. Hey, I just mentioned Smex workers to prove that Smex isn't intimacy. They're not one and the same. Intimacy is a million other things way before you get to Smex, right? And I have never heard a woman want Smex and not intimacy in a relationship. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm speaking for most women that I'm not saying I'm speaking for them. I'm saying I'm speaking for most of my experiences with women. I've never seen that. I've in my in my long-legged life, I've never seen a woman be like, you know what? I just want Smex. Keep the kisses, keep the hugs.
Middleman, 5-year-old children love chocolate cake. So if you hold back chocolate cake from your 5-year-old child, you are now torturing them and hurting them emotionally because now they throwing a tantrum because you ain't giving them chocolate cake and ice cream for breakfast every day.
Or at all. It ain't got to be for breakfast or at all. They're not owed chocolate cake last time I checked.
Okay. I agree with that, Lynn, but we're talking as adults. If you know your partner enjoys your physical touch along with which creates a sexual experience between y'all two that brings y'all closer together that she enjoys. If you stop that experience, if you kiss, and it was intimacy, then it came to the point where, okay, now we get to get into the real, meat potatoes of it, and you stop that part there, then you're taking that other part of the intimacy and shutting it off, which can have a emotional effect on that person, because why won't you continue? Because Smex in a marriage is also part of intimacy.
It can be.
Okay, so Middleman,
it normally is.
I enjoy Birkin bags. So as my husband, you should help me get a Birkin bag because that's gonna make me happy. And telling me that you ain't gonna get me a Birkin bag, that's going to make me sad, which is going to negatively affect our relationship because I'm sad because you can't give me a Birkin bag. Therefore, it is hurting our relationship, and I think you owe me a Birkin bag.
Erica put 15 on Mello. Hey, I can help you get some Birkin stocks. And I'm talking about the flip-flops.
I was gonna say that's some shoes.
Yeah, I can help you get some Birkin stocks. I cannot help you get a Birkin bag though. I cannot do that.
I enjoy shopping sprees daily.
Yeah.
And if you don't give that to me,
I can set up a shopping spree daily. We can, what you want? Forever 21, Shein, Temu. What shopping sprees we talking about?
Not Chanel, Dior, Gucci.
Oh, okay.
If you don't give it to me, I'm gonna throw a tantrum and it's gonna hurt me emotionally.
Oh, okay.
And it's gonna hurt the relationship.
Oh, okay. So you want to date Drake. That's what's up. I could do hey. Shopping sprees. We talking about shopping sprees, right? Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, even. You know what? Fuck it. Whole Foods, Albertsons. Target is iffy though, because y'all be running it up at Target. You know what I'm saying? But no, on some real shit. Yeah, nah, you wildin', Mello. You don't owe the person in the relationship doesn't owe you smacks. That's just what it is, family. They just don't owe you smacks.
No, public. I don't say but what do you call it if your other half craves that from you and you won't provide it? Like you never provide it. It's months and months and months.
Can I ask you a question, Mello? Why wouldn't I?
You just didn't feel like it.
I know, but why wouldn't? What do you mean? That's too easy. Why don't I feel like it? There's a reason.
I'm saying, Y'all could have been in conflict. You just ain't feeling it that day. I mean, people have their reasons.
Hold on, let's start. Hold on, let's go back. Let's start with the conflict. Okay, so we've been in conflict. So I don't got to give her shit. I'm upset with her. I'm not giving her shit.
No, that's what I'm saying. You don't ever have to. You really never have to give in to anybody's wants or demands. You don't ever have to, but it comes to a point where they're gonna be like, well, damn, how come that person never wants to touch me, or how come they never want to take this further? Are they not attracted to me anymore? Is there something else beyond this?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then we would have a conversation and come to find out, I don't like you because you've been talking to me disrespectfully. You've been doing this to me. You ain't been helping out, whatever it is. And that's really the reason why there's a disconnect. Now we can heal that up. And guess what? Here you go. Tons of dick, whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not understanding, like, you acting like these things exist in a vacuum. Like women are just like, or men or whoever, they're just like, yeah, I just don't like to have sex. Like, what the fuck? Unless there's like a, whatever it is, she don't want to have sex, it's a medical condition. You see what I'm saying? Like, it could be a medical condition. If you doing everything is going on right, and she don't want to have sex like ever or whatever or consistently, there might be something going on. There might be some medical shit going on. Let's go address that. That's what I'm saying. Like normal, like what you're describing is not anywhere near in the realm of normality, right? It's outside of the realm of normality. So let's stick in the realm of reality and normality right now. Most women ain't not coming off of that vagina for no fucking reason. Most women gonna give it up willingly and happily if you make them happy, right? If you do the things that they need you to. You said what?
I said most women want to have sex.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I'm not understanding. I'm like, y'all act like women don't be horny too. Like they want to have sex too. So, but for you to do it, for them to allow you to do it to them, you got to do something for them. And that's why I already told you in the beginning. That's why their love languages be gifts, fucking physical touch that doesn't revolve sex, right? Because they like physical touch too. They want intimacy without sex. Men want sex without intimacy. So all those things, helping out around the house, these are all things that women are, they take a holistic approach to life, right? One thing affects the other thing, it makes a lot of fucking sense. To me, men be on some like I've made this, I've said this before, and even men agreed. We could be in the middle of an argument, Mello. I'll be in the middle of an argument with my wife. If my wife jumped on top of me and took my pants off and started bouncing on me, I'm going to let it happen. In the middle of an argument. I'm talking about I could be, I mean, heated.
I had to laugh.
I'm dead serious. And I think most men would be like, yep, sadly, I'll do it. Because we easy. We sluts. Like, we sluts. Our brain and our penis are not connected at all. They're not connected at all. Our hearts and our penises, not connected. Brains, penises, not connected. Got its own, it got a mind of its own. We do not, and it overrides everything else the majority of the time, sadly. So that's what it's like being a man. But a woman, my nigga, I done ruined getting some smacks for my wife. Like I knew it was gonna happen. And then we'll start talking about something, and I'll just say like one thing, and then I'm like, damn, that was my shot. And I gotta go to bed with a dry pickle. Like that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even sweat it. Like I'm like, man, I'll be mad at myself, but I'll be like, damn, I should just shut the fuck up. Oh my God. So man, we don't really care about intimacy in that way. And I think, like I said, because men are spoiled because women are intimate with us all the time. So that's not something that we ever have to ask for. Also, most men aren't really, we NPC. I don't know what percentage of men are NPCs, but I think it got to be hovering around 95, 98%, somewhere in between there. Like most men are not real. We're not real people. We're not really here. We're husks. You know what I'm saying? We like, y'all ever seen Men in Black when the alien got inside the farmer? We like that. It's like a parasite in us, like controlling us. And we're here. I mean, we got a body and we got arms and we blink and we drink water and shit like that and we watch football. But like, we're not really human. We're not really human, right? Like, not your penis not being connected to your brain is some robotic shit. That's some NPC level shit. You mean to tell me your wang dang can get hard and you arguing with your wife? You can't stand her in this moment. It's something going on. There's a disconnect. But your wang can get hard and you gonna let her just jump on top of you. And most men would say yes. You may say no, Mel, I don't give a fuck. Most men would be like, yeah, I'll let that shit happen. That's actually our dream. There are skits on this. Men have made many and plenty of skits, and women have made them too to appeal to men, right? Be in the middle of an argument, and he just be like, he'll be like, this is what you really want. And you just hear like a zipper or some shit like that. She's like, actually, yeah, that is. Okay, now come over here and come get this. And afterwards, we're going to get you something to eat. Like, nigga, y'all think these women is kids. Hey, no, she mad at you because it's been 15 days in a row that you ain't motherfucking washed the dishes, nigga. It ain't enough dick in the world to solve that problem. It ain't enough Chipotle. It ain't enough motherfucking Roots Chris to solve that problem. Like, do the fucking dishes. What is going on? You done forgot the kids at school 15 days in a row this month. You done been 30 minutes late 15 days in a row this month. You think giving her some peen is gonna reverse that? No, y'all so childish. Y'all not real. We're not. That's what I'm saying. Our responses to this stuff shows me even more so that we're not real people. We're not really here. You wouldn't even think that wouldn't even be something going through your fucking mind. You just mad over some peen. You just mad over. She's just mad because she ain't got no dick. Like what? Y'all are. Y'all gotta. And I blame corn for that shit. Y'all, everything is a fucking corn in a scene in a corn movie to me. The way y'all solve problems sounds very much like hot neighbor gets stuck in between washer and dryer and I have to help her. Like, that's how y'all, like, everything. I'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Am I lying, Lynn? Is that not how these niggas be thinking?
I was saying this yesterday on my life. That's the way y'all get into problems too. Like, the fact that y'all are so easily controlled by your peen is very pathetic. Like, I look at y'all as the weaker vessel. Y'all are.
No, that's real.
Because y'all don't have sexual discipline.
No dick control.
If I can take the most important thing to you, which is money, based on smacks, you a weak human being. Because it ain't nothing in the world you gonna give me that's gonna make me violate my morals. Hold on.
You got that backwards.
Ow.
You think money is the most important thing to us?
Vagina is.
Okay.
The vagina is money.
Getting money to get vagina. Yeah, I was about to say, you tripping. I'm like, you tripping. You think money is the most? Nah, not money.
I ran a prompt that said, using somebody for their money is not the same thing as using them for their vagina. And men are fighting tooth and nail to say, no, money is important. Money is the most important thing to me. Money. And I'm like, if money's so important to y'all, then why y'all not good at managing it? And why y'all give it away so easily for vagina?
And why y'all not good at making it? And why you not good at making it? If money is so important to men, why don't you do the things to set yourself up to make the most amount of money you can? Like, go to fucking school, like pay attention in class, like get a degree, like read books outside, like study some shit, get a license, get a fucking like, if money is so important, why don't y'all show up on time to work every day? Why do y'all be the last ones in and the first ones out? Why when y'all at work, y'all lollygagging, you on TikTok, you on fucking Instagram? If money is so fucking important, why do y'all be at work with a shitty attitude and you got to wait for somebody to tell you what to do 90% of the fucking time? If money is so important to you, you would think you would go to work and show up and do the fucking job. But the majority of men don't. We be shitty at our jobs. We'll show up, we'll clock in, but when we just there wasting time, man. That's what I said. Hey, when I used to go to work, when I was punching the clock, I'm not going to even hold y'all. There will be days when I would do, out of 9 hours, 9.5 hours of me being at work, 2 hours of work. The rest of the time, I was on TikTok, I was reading, I was writing, I was watching TV, I was watching movies. I would be sitting at my desk. And when I say this to y'all, I'm saying like the man, everybody did it. It wasn't like just me, like we all did it. Like I had my phone, I would just have my phone set up and I would have my fucking pods in and I would be watching whole movies at work on the clock. Like, it just...
Yeah, and then the money is only to get vagina. Like, vagina is the most important thing to y'all, and it'll behoove y'all to treat women better. But I don't understand how y'all don't get the correlation. Like, y'all would just rather lie. Y'all will do anything for vagina. I mean, anything.
We start wars for vagina. We start wars for vagina. We look, we invented a whole system so that we could have access to women's vagina. We invented a whole oppressive system, actually multiple systems. Because if y'all don't think all of this shit is, all these oppressive systems are an ode to vagina. That's what they are to me. It's all an ode to women's bodies and labor. All these systems of oppression. That's where they all started at, and that's where that's where they'll all end, is at the labor and bodies of women. That's what it's all rooted in, right? And subsequently, yes, poor working class people, children, so on and so forth. But at its core, it's to subjugate women. Like, that's how valuable women are to men. That's how much men want women. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm saying, because we look at women as assets, right? That's why I hate when people say women are an asset. I'm like, I hate that shit. Don't dehumanize them. They're humans, right? We fighting tooth and nail. Me personally, I'm fighting tooth and nail to get women to get men to see women as human beings and to get men to see themselves as human beings. And I can't stand when people say stuff like women are assets. And I know it sounds good. It does. It sounds good to say that, but you're still dehumanizing them to say that. You are, because they already think of you as an asset. You don't have to tell men that women are assets. They treat women as assets. They treat them as commodities to be traded and bartered already, and to be pulled off of the shelf when they want to use them, and to be told to get in the kitchen when they want. Like, we already think of women in that way. So there's no need in us furthering that train of thought, right? We definitely need to get to, let's just keep it simple, get on this one band, one sound type shit, and women are humans. Women are humans, women are humans, women are, say it 1,000 times every day. Women are human beings. Women are human beings. Like, that is my mantra. Women are people. Women are people. Women are people. They're not assets. They're not commodities. They're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not mothers. They're not, like, they're none of those. They are human beings.
So wait a minute, Pub. So are you saying that you don't think men are treated like assets or robots or
by other men? Yeah, by other men.
By women also.
No.
So men aren't expected to go out there, work, provide.
Nope.
At all costs.
Nope. Definitely not.
Because you know what, and the other reason why I'm sitting there saying that, and normally I don't name drop, but when I first got on here, I sat in a live listening to Voodoo Bay.
Mm-hmm. I love Voodoo Bay. Shout out Voodoo Bay, man. That's my girl. I fucks with her. All right, keep going. I'm listening.
There 9 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the main things she was trying to put across, she said, "Men, you are not put on this earth to be a slave for women, to go out there and provide for women. Mm-hmm. There's more for your life than for you to work and to provide all your assets to obtain a woman." Mm-hmm. And that's one of the main points that she was putting out to men. So in reference, she was saying men are raised to basically say, we're going to go out here and work at all costs, whether health, otherwise, to make sure that your family is provided for.
I know that part. If that's what she was saying, I disagree. If she was here right now, I'll tell her I disagree with that.
I disagree too. And I'm gonna tell you exactly why I disagree, Mello, if you allow me, public.
Yeah, you can.
This is the thing, Mello, the difference between men and women. I need you to be able to provide for me, because if we are going to procreate with each other, there's going to be a point in time where I'm not going to be able to provide for myself. Mm-hmm. So if I'm down while being pregnant and I have to care for our offspring, which will benefit not only you, but me and the child, then you are naturally going to have to provide for me. Mm-hmm. That's why it's important for men to be able to provide for women, or have the money, the income, the resources, whatever type of currency we're using at the time, to be able to provide survival.
I got it.
For the woman.
I got
She's
another.
at her softest.
I got another example. Hold on, real quick, y'all. Hey, can we get up the likes? Let's get the likes up, y'all. Come on. Let's get up. Let's get the likes up. I appreciate it, man. Let's get the likes up. Let's get over 100,000. You know what I'm gonna say? Not even just the kids, though, Lynn. Women are going to do the majority of the labor in the home, so that's going to take them away from. Maybe not even take them away, but they're just tired. They only have so much energy. Energy is finite. Time is finite, right? Energy and time are both finite things. They're finite resources. We don't have an endless supply of energy, just like we don't have an endless supply of time. So if they're going to take time away from working or take energy away from working or focusing on themselves or something like that, then you need to supplement that. You need to do something to help them and support them in that endeavor, right? It might be money. That might be the way for you to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the things that, well, me and my wife both do this, but I mean, like we're able to do this because we both make a good amount of money, is we pay people, we have cleaners come and clean up our house twice a month. You know what I'm saying? We could do it once a week. We actually should do it once a week at this point. But we have cleaners come and clean up our house twice a month, right? We've been doing that since we moved in this house. And that takes a great load off of us, right? Like we're just busy. We just have a lot of, it's busy as fuck. We got a lot to do, right? After soon as I get off, I got to eat. I got to go get my kids. I got to bring them home. We got soccer practice and we got, you know what I'm saying? And I got to do some more work. And then she got to come home and then we got to sit with the kids and then we got to talk and then we got to cook and then we got to clean. You know what I mean? Like it's tough. It's really hard. It's hard to keep up with it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we do that. We got, you know what I mean? Like that's not like, I want to make sure that my wife, like, I want to make sure that we have time to live our lives outside of, doing a lot of like manual labor, if that's the case, right? Me and my wife been seeing them where if Dr. Jazzberry is in here, shout out to Dr. Jazzberry. If they got those robots that that robot off of like the Jetsons, when iRobots hit, I'm getting one. That's all I know. When iRobots come out, I'm getting that motherfucker day one. I'm going to lease it. I'm going to do whatever they need, whatever pay plan they need us to get. I'm getting that motherfucker. The kitchen cook, clean. I got all the gadgets. I got all the gadgets. I got the sweeper. I'm about to get that motherfucking mop off a TikTok shop that just mop the floors without nobody. It just go and do its own thing. I'm about to get that mug. Nah, y'all got it. Nah, speak for yourself. She said, no, y'all got it. Charnay said,
wait a minute. What you mean, a walking mop?
They got a mop. They got a mop. You can just stand up. It just move around. It just be. It's on TikTok shop. I saw it. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, Tesla got a robot coming out next year. Yeah.
It's a stand-up mop, y'all. It's a work from home mop.
Yeah. See, they talking about we gonna lose jobs to AI. We should. Every job should go to AI. So it could free us up. That it ain't AI's fault. We need more robots. Nigga, what the fuck? More robots. Yeah, that's not the problem. The problem is the alternative. They don't do. Once the robots take over, they're not supplementing people's income. They're not. You know what I'm saying? Like if they make all truck jobs be automated, that's fine. Just repurpose truckers and give them money because they help the whole reason why the truck industry is able to be automated is from the backs of the labor, right? So pay the labor, give them all bonuses on the way out, and then give them training to do something else. Work on the trucks, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do something else. But like, they built the whole industry, so you got to pay them for that shit. That's the problem. The problem ain't the robots. The problem is capitalism. I'm all for more robots, and I'm all for all of that shit. We need all of that shit, right? Why do you need if they don't need workers in McDonald's anymore? Let the workers in McDonald's free them up so they can go do something better. But you got to pay them. You got to compensate them because the reason why McDonald's is able to buy and invest into that technology is because of the fucking workers. So pay them, give them their money, give them their fair share, and then do whatever. And then hey, the robots took over. Okay, cool. And moving forward, they should have stock in the company too. Absolutely. What up, Tara? Oh, hold on. Let me read this. Sorry, let me read the super chat. Charnay said, thank you for being honest, pub. I'm dealing with that lazy crap at work now, sitting on their phones instead of helping. Are you a manager? Damn. Shout out to the managers in this day and age. I know niggas ain't clocking in. This shit is crazy. What up, Tara? What up, Auntie?
Yeah, I was gonna say something similar when you made the comment about being on the phone. So women, the type of careers we're pushed into, it's way more work on a day. Like I work in a school, and it's like I'm multitasking all day. Like by the time I get home, I'm exhausted. And I think that's another part is the men don't care about the money. Like they would take whatever it is because like they ready to give it away. But it's like even at work, and I know you covered this before, but even at work, like y'all ain't working as hard. That's the crazy part. It's like men don't work as hard as women do during the day, and then we gotta come home to a second job at home. That's crazy. But yeah, they don't care. They don't care about no money. We know what they want. Yep. They say it all the time, like, oh, y'all men get jealous, like, oh, y'all ain't gotta do all the stuff we gotta do. We gotta go get money. We gotta pay for dates. So like, why y'all keep talking about what y'all gotta do to get women? And it's so crazy. Like everything they talk about is like about getting women. Like if you listen to them long enough, it's all about women. Like, sir, like what about yourself? Like you don't love yourself? It's crazy.
Well, we don't. We don't love ourselves. Oh man. What up, Auntie? Hold on. Your phone low as hell. Nah, you in the Matrix.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I came to say two things. One, I think that men, because people don't read the actual books of things, that's why people are misconstruing what love languages are. If you read the book, most men do not, their love language isn't physical touch. It's words of affirmation because of their ego.
I can see that for sure.
If they read the book, they would understand it. I actually I found the book at like a freaking thrift store or something, and I read it. And I was like, oh, this is not what we think of it. Like you were saying earlier, it's not about smecks. Even the act of smecks is affirmation for them. Like most of it is about affirmation. And acts of kindness are probably higher than most men understand.
Yeah.
And I think if people, even with the whole Steve Harvey thing, if people read the book, they would understand a little bit more of what Steve Harvey was actually saying. Or even like, I think a lot of these things, they get misconstrued because people are not reading. They just take what somebody said and they run with it with their own mind, and they don't do the research to actually like understand all those things. What he was saying earlier really, like, I wanted to point out that's the reason why what Mello was saying earlier about like, if you don't have sex with me, then you're mistreating me or whatever. That's the reason why majority of women, when they get sick, their husbands leave them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they are connecting that to intimacy, and that ain't really what it is, and they gotta heal that to understand. But the last thing I'm gonna say, and I gotta jump back on my meeting, but the last thing I'm gonna say is the 90-day thing wasn't what people think it was. It was literally a comparison. It was more logical, and I don't understand why men didn't agree with it. These misogynistic men should have agreed with it because it was logic based. It was saying if you go to a job, they make you wait 90 days before you get a benefit. That's where that 90-day came from. So like you were saying, it's just a concept where like I can connect it to your job makes you wait for benefits, so you need to make him wait for benefits. The point is to wait for benefits, not the actual 90-day. I think people got stuck on the 90-day.
You can make it 19 days, 90 days, or 900 days, whatever you feel like.
Right. And what the book says is most likely if you wait the 90 days, you will end up in a relationship, a committed relationship. Most people are not dating. Most men are not going to date you for 90 days and not get nothing and not think about relationship. Like that's rare that happens. So majority of the time, the reason why the 90-day happens is in 3 months, if I've dated you consistently and we've gotten to know each other for real, we're probably going to end up in a relationship, and that's when the snakes happen. Like, that's what it is. We made it more difficult than it had to be.
Yeah, that's what I was saying the whole time. I was like, yeah, this shit is like a no-brainer to me, but
because people don't read, though. That's why. If you read the book, you would understand.
Yeah. Mello, well, I didn't read the book, but I did I understand what her concept is. Mello said Smex is the coup de grace. Huh?
That's the problem I have. If you wait 90 days, you will more than likely end up in a relationship. I would prefer it be, if you wait 90 days, you will more than likely see this person for who they are and know if you want to even be in a relationship with this person.
I mean, you shouldn't get into a relationship until you know you want to be in a relationship. I feel like that should be implied. Like, I hope you're not getting in a relationship just because it was 90 days, but you met them long enough. Like 90 days is just an average time what it takes for people to get in relationships naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you never knew the 90 day existed and you just waited 90 days, you wouldn't think anything of it. You lose nothing. Like, you literally lose nothing by doing that.
Yeah. I could easily, I mean, like me personally, I could wait 90 days, but I could wait longer. I could wait a year. I don't give a fuck.
I used to wait a year and it worked beautifully. I got rid of so many men. Like, I got rid of so many men in that process, and they later came back and showed me respect for why I did that. I ain't tell them I was waiting a year.
No, you don't never tell a motherfucker. Yeah.
I waited a year. If you don't, I used to say cuff me or leave me alone, and these dudes be cuffing me, and I was like, I didn't think that was gonna work like that.
Yeah,
they were gonna leave me alone.
Nah, you the one in their mind. They just, you the one, that because that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? Men like that challenge. Because we weird as hell. We don't base it on attraction. We base it on like, oh, it's really, I'm telling you, man, it's fishing for men is like, it's like fishing for like fish. It's like, you just got to know the bait. And that's, you know what I'm saying? Like that usually be the bait and the hook for a man. It's like, yup, she playing hard to get. Now I got to have her. Now I got to tear her down. Oh, she got a bunch of confidence. Oh, I got to tear her down. Like, god damn. Mello, you said that intimacy is the coup de grace of I'm sorry, you said sex was the coup de grace of intimacy. It's not.
Okay, that's to you. Now, my whole point
to anybody.
Okay, no, to a lot of people it is because you have two parts of SMEX. You have the physical aspect in which it can be duplicated, recreated just because of all of the sensory nerves in your body, which nothing can really duplicate that physically. That you know the amount of feeling.
Hold on, wait, real quick. You never met Fistina or Pamela? Because they definitely could recreate it in my body.
No. I'm talking about the actually feeling once you release.
I'm saying
that actual. No, I'm saying that part of stimulation that still can't be recreated by any other acts. I'm saying that
is a lie. Because I know Fistina and Pamela.
Wait a minute, hang on, Pub. Now, the reason why I said that is because intimacy is in your actions. It can be all day. It can be a emotional connection. Intimacy is mostly emotional connecting, just through different activities, acts of service, words, everything throughout the day. Eventually, when y'all get together, if those emotions are in tune, when y'all get together physically, there's nothing like it because you're physically and emotionally in tune. The embodiment of two people together as one is through SMEX. That's how another human being is created. That's how you're closest together when you're together physically and emotionally.
That's not true.
Well, Mello, how would that tie in with the old dad?
With the who?
With the who?
You know, the old dad. A lot of women who have sex with men aren't getting the O. So, like, at the end, like, what intimacy? What you being intimate with yourself?
Intimate? No.
Hold on, let him.
That's separate. That's part of that. That's part of that physical. The O is a lot greater when there's an emotional connection to it.
So you know, majority of men eventually will suffer from ED, right? Like, it just naturally your body starts not wanting to do that anymore. So are you saying that women should divorce their husbands once that passes? Like, at least by 60, most women should be not in their marriages by your logic.
Well, I mean, there's a whole lot of older women that don't want to have SMEX either.
No. You said, but you just said that was an important part of the relationship. So if that is gone, then that means the relationship should be gone by your logic.
Ma'am, unless he allows himself to get out of shape, that's not going to happen.
Most men do.
Okay, right, but see, that's their personal choice by diet or by exercise.
Sir, let's talk about the reality. Let's just talk about the norm, not the what ifs. The thing you're saying is if he doesn't, but most of us do. So let's speak in reality.
Okay, well, they say only about 50-some%, so it's almost half. It's almost half. Half the men over age 45 suffer from ED.
God damn. What's wrong with y'all?
If that's the case, then women should divorce men more often.
Mm-hmm.
Not women. Not if they also get over a certain age and they don't want smacks either.
But they don't, though. That's not typical of women.
I never said smacks was the most important. I said it's the culmination. I say it's the most intense part if you're connected in tune with one another emotionally.
Kissing is way more intimate than
women like sex. He think that sex is only for men.
But the thing is, even if the women don't like it, they're like, by your logic, if both the men and the women don't like that, they are not getting what you call the pinnacle of intimacy. So they should break up by your logic.
I think also the problem is with Mello and a lot of men is this idea that intimacy only exists in romantic relationships. I have intimacy in platonic relationships. It's like
we're talking about marriages, dear.
You're trying to center around sex. That's what it is.
We're talking about marriages. Most marriages, at some point, they're going to have a strong, intimate connection, which is going to result in some type of physical connection towards one another.
All right.
I don't know what intimacy is.
Hold on, y'all. Let me read the super chat real quick. Miss Chrissy Baby said, I don't know. Nowadays, niggas will what you doing and good morning, beautiful, you till unalivement for 10 months because they want to pay for it, because they don't want to pay for a date. They in it for the long game in hopes one what you doing text leads to Netflix and chill. She done figured the game out, it sound like. Charnay said, men will completely ignore the health of their women to try to get some. Don't get sick. You'll find out who you're really dealing with. Yeah. Man, I wonder how many men will survive if a woman came home and told their husband that they were sick, like got diagnosed with some real shit. I wonder how many men would make it. That's a terrible game to play. I'm not like saying anybody should do that, but I would be very curious to see.
Mello, the point is chasing you and you running faster than the point. You said that intimacy leads to a physical bond, and you are 100% correct. The intimacy is what leads to the physical bond. Therefore, if you are not providing a certain level of intimacy for that particular woman, you will not have the physical bond. So if intimacy for Lynn looks like buying me gifts, holding my hand, watching movies with me, staring deeply into my eyes and taking me to dinner, and you not doing those intimate acts that Lynn like, you will not get to the physical act.
How you being intimate when your favorite? How you being intimate when your favorite position? She not even looking at you.
Hang on, pup. Okay, Lynn. Absolutely, I agree with everything you just said. Now, think about everything you just said. If all of that occurs, the holding hands, the looking at you in the eyes, the paying attention to everything about you, all these small intimate things. When you
how you being intimate when she doing like this?
Pup, see. So Lynn, all I'm saying is everything you just said, Lynn. If all that takes place, by the time y'all get to the bedroom together, that smacks between y'all two is going to be so incredible because of that connection y'all have shared all day. So that's going to be like, oh my God, that's because you're already that much in tune with one another because of that intimacy that you've been sharing between each other all day. So by the time y'all get to that act, it's going to be ridiculous because y'all been building up to that all day.
So that's the intimacy. All that other stuff is the intimacy.
Right. So that's all I said, Pup. I said, depending on your level of intimacy, it'll also help make your Smex life that much better between you two if the intimacy is there the way it's supposed to be.
Oh man. Technique plays a part, Mello. Nick said technique plays a part, Mello. That's you talking about when y'all doing it do. Damn, Mello, you're not really making enough. Like, I feel like you really close to the point, but you keep hopscotching over that motherfucker. So Smex is not the most intimate act between two people, from what I can tell. You said that's my opinion, but is that, I'll ask the women. Lynn, is that the most intimate thing between you and a man is having Smex?
No, the intimacy is the most intimate part, and he gets the point. You have to get the intimacy, Mello. That's the most intimate.
That's what I'm not understanding. He answered the question. That's what I'm saying. He's so close to the point, but then he just like refuses to accept. It's like, yeah, all that stuff you're doing before, and I'm like, yeah, that's the intimacy.
Okay, we're still saying the same thing, but it's just that the actual act of Smex is way more incredible when the intimacy is already in there.
Hey, I think it's more. I'll tell you something that's even more intimate than I mean, that's sexual and it's even more intimate. If both of y'all sat in a chair across from each other and just masturbated, I think that would be more intimate than y'all having Smex. I'm telling you, Smex is not the most intimate act. I'm just telling you that. If y'all was like just in each other's eyes, like moaning and groaning and yelling shit at each other and shit, like that's more intimate than having Smex. It's actually probably more intimate than having Smex. That's all I'm saying. Like you acting like you trying to paint Smex out to be like this, like all fucking like all like, oh, it's the most intimate thing on the planet. It's not. Kissing is more intimate. Hugging is more intimate. Spooning is more like there's a bunch of things to me that from what I could tell, there's a bunch of things that's more intimate. All the other shit, the conversations, the in-depth conversation, that was the physical part, but I'm talking about the in-depth conversations, the sharing of emotions, the sharing of feelings and experiences. That's the most intimate shit. Way more intimate. I'll be honest with you, Mello. I forgot about 90% of my sexual, exploits over the years. I forgot them. I remember conversations I've had. I remember, like canon events with women I had, you know what I'm saying? But like actual like acts of Smex, I forgot 99% of that shit. Like I don't fucking remember that shit because it's not that intimate. I remember, and I do have a terrible long-term memory, but I remember like conversations. I remember us doing stuff. Like I remember that type of stuff. Like that is the shit I remember. Like I remember going here. I remember us. She told me about her dead grandma, and I was like, "Oh my god, that wasn't crazy." Like I remember those conversations. Her crying about her dad. Like I remember that stuff. Yeah, that was crazy. But like, oh yeah, and we did it on the rooftop of the Monte Carlo casino. Like, oh, whatever. Like let's put it like this. That's the only shit I remember then. If that's the case, I only remember, and it was like, yeah, we was hunching in the bushes in the back of the concert. Like, okay, like some random shit, cool. But like, I don't fucking remember just like regular. We just had Smex in the bed on a Tuesday. I don't remember that shit. If it was so intimate, shouldn't I remember it? If it's such the, oh my god, this is the coup de grace. Like, cool, I should remember it then. But I don't fucking remember that shit.
But see, my whole point is maybe if your intimacy have built up to it at that certain night, then you might have remembered it because it was a little bit more different than when you just ran in there, looked at her, got undressed, and
I don't do that.
Okay, so
what the fuck?
So that's my whole point is maybe the intimacy that you shared all day until it got up to that point would make you remember it because it was that much more special.
Mello, is it possible that you just don't know that's the only time you feel like you feel some type of intimacy? Like,
you know what? I just explained to you what intimacy was.
No, I know what it is. What I'm saying is the way you saying it makes it seem like maybe that's the only time you think you experience the intimacy. Maybe you disconnected or something. Because I don't make sense.
Didn't I just explain to you what intimacy was? It builds up all day. It's in what you say. It's in what you do. It's in what you don't do.
But that's not for men, Mello. Most men don't feel like that about Smecks. That's the point. Women, you're describing that's how women, that's what I was saying earlier. Women take a holistic approach. Hold on. Women take a holistic approach.
I'm not understanding you because I understand what intimacy is.
Mello, I'm not saying that you don't understand it. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that what you're describing, most men don't give a fuck about the buildup. Most men, like I already said, gonna drop their drawers at the first sign of vagina. At the first sign of vagina, drawers is off. We naked on the bed. All you gotta do, all she gotta do is hint that she gonna that the vagina gonna come. We on the bed. We ready. We clothes on. We get ready. Hey, y'all remember when that nigga y'all remember that movie Whatever Almighty? What was the name with Bruce Almighty when my nigga was at the bed and they're like this and then got that's how niggas get that's how fast niggas get naked when at just a whiff of vagina. Bruce Almighty. At a whiff of vagina, we be at the bed like this. Clothes off, right? We don't need none of that build up and we don't need all of that shit. We ready to hunch. That's what I'm saying. So you're describing what it takes for women to feel, you know what I'm saying, and want to jump in the bed with you. Cool, you gotta do all that other shit. You gotta be intimate. You gotta, you gotta be nice. You gotta be kind. They need all of that shit. A woman could talk all the shit she want to us all day long. She could treat us like motherfucking Rasputia was treating Norbit. We still gonna knock that shit down at the end of the day. What is you talking about? We still gonna knock it down at the end of the day. Are you not? Or am I projecting?
You're projecting because
that's a fucking lie.
All I'm sitting there saying is I've seen the difference between intimacy and the ending results to where it's Niagara Falls and you ain't even touched yet. And it's already Niagara Falls due to the intimacy that's been building all day.
Hey, man.
I've experienced that already.
But you that's not what he's saying. He's moving the goalposts, y'all. That's the problem.
No, I'm not.
He was saying something different at first.
Lynn, I've said the same thing about intimacy from the jump. I said, if your intimacy increases per day, by the time y'all get to it, it's going to be incredible because you've been building up to it.
But Mello,
that's what I said from jump.
Well, Mello, what I think you're missing is you do not have to have Smecks to have the intimacy. You're saying that as if that is always a part of it. What we're saying is intimacy can have nothing to do with it. So you can.
I never said that.
Hold on, let her finish. Let her Mello. Let her finish.
Yeah, you keep adding Smecks to it. I'm saying you can be intimate and no Smecks happens. You could be where you got, that's why I brought up the ED. Somebody can really still be intimate with you and y'all never have Smecks because you have that connection. So intimacy does not have to end with Smecks. That's what you're missing.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's going to build up the Smecks. You don't have to build up the Smecks. It can build up to love. It can build up to tears. It can build up to sharing your inner thoughts. It can build up to a whole bunch of stuff.
Auntie, everybody in here is grown adults. I'm hoping the most basic law of human nature is attraction. It's human attraction. When you see people, you're attracted to them physically. Now, depending on how their personality is, how y'all vibe, you'll become emotionally attached to them. But mostly everyone is visual just out of human nature.
If I'm physically attracted to somebody, that doesn't mean that I want to have sex with them or I'm going to have sex with them. I can just appreciate them for being physically attractive.
Hey, somebody spelled physical with 3 F's in the chat.
But see, Lynn, I agree with that. But my whole point is you can never teach people about Smecks at all. They could never know anything about it. You could put them together somehow. They would find out how to have Smecks between one another because that's just physical nature.
I got you. Hold on, y'all. Let me read this Cash App real quick. Kay said, He spit when he speak. Who hunching him? Damn it, man. Why y'all be making me read this shit? We be in the middle of a serious conversation.
All
Oh,
Mello
man.
doing is exposing himself. He's saying that the end game for him is Max. That's it. You literally agreeing with the conversation. Like you seeing it. The ultimate intimacy is a Smacks. Because for you, that's the end game. You can't get your mind off of Smacks. Like, oh, we get intimate, we gonna have Smacks. That's all you got on your mind is, oh, Smacks.
I don't exclude smacks because that's natural, a part of life.
Let me
If it wasn't for it, none of us would be here.
Oh, here he go. Let me read this Cash App. Lonnie watched this, said, so intimacy is a manipulation tactic for you, Mello? That's a question for you.
I refuse to even answer that.
Nah, hell no. Answer that one. That's a good ass question.
Intimacy is part of an emotional connection that has nothing to do with manipulating a person. Intimacy is through your actions, through your interaction, through your words, through your non-verbal words, through your verbal body language, all towards the
verbal body language.
No. Huh?
That's not a real thing. A verbal body language. What you talking about, man?
I said non-verbal.
Oh, you said through your verbal body language.
But if the goal is to only get smashed and to not build a better relationship,
nobody said that's the goal.
Then what's the goal?
When it does happen, if it does,
what's the goal, Mello?
That makes it more intense because of the connection.
Mello, what's the goal? What's the goal?
Huh?
What's the goal?
The goal is for you and that person just to share that much of an intense connection towards one another.
So it ain't got nothing to do with Smacks.
I said if the Smacks does happen, and normally when people are intimate,
I feel like we just got to the point. Hold on, Mello. I gotta pause you a little bit. I feel like that should have been a breakthrough, but you just went right over it. You just said if it ain't the Smacks, then it's everything else. It's the intimacy. Isn't that what we just? This shit crazy. That's wild. That's crazy.
You said Smacks is the coup de grace of intimacy, and now you're trying to change it up. That's why I said you keep moving the goalposts. You keep lying.
I have not changed it. I still say that if two people are physically attracted to one another, they're in a relationship, they've been intimate all day, eventually they're going to have that strong physical connection, and the intimacy is going to make the Smacks they have incredible because of the intimacy they've had all day. That's all I've been saying the whole time. That's all I've been saying.
Yeah, man. I feel like you are at this point just intentionally ignoring what everybody's saying. But okay. Osa put $2 on my head for my facial expressions. That's me, man. I just be laughing. I be just trying to laugh. Osa said, this guy sounds like Bob from Martin. Damn. Melinda said, tell Mello to say suffer and suck attached. Come on, y'all. That's Sylvester.
No. Tell her I said, I taught a putty tat. I did putty tat. Stupid ass.
Well, I'm gonna tell her that. You said it. She can hear you.
I didn't say suffer and suck attached. I said I taught a putty tat. I did see a putty tat. Ebony said, tell Mello to take his high blood pressure meds. Hey, man, we got the Denture twins up here. What up, James? They kept muting you in the comments, man. They must wanted to hear what you had to say. Oh, he got the red bars up there.
Can I say one thing before I leave?
Go ahead, Auntie.
Medicine, high blood pressure medicine doesn't react very well with Viagra, so be careful.
You got to be. Hey, and you know where I learned that, Auntie? From that movie, Something's Got to Give.
Yep.
When
be careful careful taking your meds with that other stuff, because again, I think that's what happened with Kevin Samuel. He was taking the Red Bulls and the pills, and they don't react too well. So.
Yeah, Blue Chews and Red Bulls is Bloods and Crips. They don't get along.
Don't get along. But I'll talk to y'all later. I got to get in these meetings and actually do my job.
All right, Auntie. See, you ain't been doing work. Look, you ain't no better than the means. Nah, all right. Have a good day. Where you go, James? Oh, I think you had some red, you had you had them red bars up there. If y'all see James, y'all can invite him up. If not, y'all can keep muting him. I don't care.
Hey, Pub.
Yes, sir. No, you good?
I'm gonna drop Pub and check this out. Everyone can discount this if they want to. You've stated this several times. There's a vast majority of men spending their whole paycheck, lifetime, effort, manipulation trying to get into the vagina.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, from a young age, I'm going to say people have smecks. For some reason or another, people have smecks from a young age, from can until can't. So that's a part of life that creates life that either you're going to have to deal with it because that's something you're into or something you're not. Most people enjoy it. Some people don't. But that's still a part of life that either you're going to have to accept and you like it or you don't. But in order for there to be life created, it's going to have to happen one way or another.
Hold on. What was the relevant? What the fuck was that?
No, so my whole point in actually saying that was I kind of looked at a couple of comments in which they're saying, in which people say sex and intimacy, they are two totally different things.
I think they kind of are.
Hey, hold on. However, they can be combined. They can be combined if you're at that level with the person that you're being intimate with.
Hold on, wait, Mello. You know what's crazy? I think you just blew up your whole argument when you just pointed out that Smex is for procreation, right? Like you just said it. You was like, hey, Lisa, because that's his main intention is for his main purpose function is to procreate, which you just acknowledged.
I didn't say that's his main function.
That is his main. Time out. That is it. Hold on, Mello. That is the main. Sorry, Mello. That is the main function of Smex in nature. It's for procreation. Everything else is secondary. The number one function of it is procreation. Right?
I agree with you there. I agree there, but there's too many people that use it for recreation or recreational enjoyment.
I'm a recreational humper. So
and not per se procreation.
Yeah, I'm definitely not for the procreation.
Don't try to produce a kid every time. Even though you are trying to, every time you lay down unprotected, most people aren't trying to produce a child every time they have sex.
Hey Mello, what you be telling them? You take them dishes out and tell them pull them past.
Okay, shut up.
He said intimacy and Smex can be combined. So you know that intimacy is separate from Smex. You just said out your mouth.
That's what I said from the beginning.
That's not what you said. That's not what you said.
Hold on, public. I said from the beginning. I said intimacy can lead into like very intense sexual experience if you're with that person in that way. That's what I came up here and said. I said it can help intensify when you and somebody already have that closeness. When y'all do decide to have sex, it'll be that much more powerful because y'all have that intimate connection. That's what I said from the jump.
Okay, Mello, do you use a dental dam with all that spit? You use a dental dam or nah? Because you do a lot of spitting, my guy.
Come on, Kay. Why you?
I haven't spit not one time.
His phone dry, man.
Not one time.
Mello, I think that I think everything you've been saying has been you basically saying that Smex is the coup de grace of intimacy and all of that stuff. I think that's antithetical to what you just said right now. Just in my mind. I'm also just so y'all know, let's get up to 200,000 likes and I'll cut the comments back on. Let's get to 150. Let's get to 150. Let's get to 150.
And I just want to say that intimacy is an umbrella and smack falls under it. Like it's one of the first.
It can be, definitely.
Come on.
Yeah. Smacks can fall under intimacy. It doesn't always. That's my point. Because it's not a given that every time you have smacks, it's an intimate act. But to me, every time you kiss, it's intimate, right? Like almost every. I can't think of a time when I'm kissing my wife and it's not intimate. It always feels intimate every single time, right? But I've had smacks and it didn't feel intimate. I was like, this ain't, you know what I mean? I was totally disconnected, you know?
Mello said these men out here making love to SWs. Like, nothing he's saying is making sense. Sir, you crazy.
Who making love to SWs?
No, I'm saying, but according to him,
oh, I'm like, who paying to care? Like, y'all. I'm paying to not care. Like, what are you talking about? Y'all tripping.
Hang on, but see, nobody's paying attention to what the prompt says. It says in a relationship.
Where?
So that's what I'm basing.
Oh, in a relationship at the end.
Prompt says.
Yeah.
So I'm basing everything off of a relationship, whereas you two are physically attracted to one another, and smacks is a natural part of most relationships where you guys are attracted to one another. That's all I'm saying.
Let me read the super chat. Miss Chrissy Baby said, sounded like a threat to me. Oh, sounded like a treat to me. Whether you like it or not. I think she meant a threat. Whether you like it or not, huh? He is giving Mr. from Color Purple. God damn. Not Mr. That's the worst nigga to be like.
Not for nothing. Some of you men be thinking the strippers in love with y'all.
A lot of them do.
Selling you a fantasy and y'all be falling in love with the strippers, stalking them and shit.
A lot of them do. That's the scary part. Yeah, what's good with you?
How you doing, public?
I'm good. I'm good.
Confusion is that
I came up here to say something.
Oh, go ahead, Kay. My fault, Kay. You already was talking, so I forgot. My bad. Go ahead, Kay. Hold on. Yeah, Kay was up here before you. Let her go. You good?
I actually came up here to say the love language thing is a scheme that Todd set up. That man who created that shit and wrote that book, he was only doing that so that his clients, he can browbeat his clients' spouses into having sex with them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a plot from the patriarchy for men to have access to women, whether the women want it or not. Okay, have sex with your man more, he'll love you more, he'll respect you more. Oh, you don't deny sex to your husband. That's the same shit they teach in that black church, in the regular church. That's the same shit they teach in the church. So the long story that's short, that love language shit is unfounded. Mm-hmm. Not for nothing. If I don't want to be touched, marriage doesn't equal consent. Mm-hmm. So if I don't want to be touched, you don't fucking touch me. That's what y'all be missing. You don't have rights to a human being. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. That's weird as fuck.
Well, I know what's wrong with it, but
I agree with every last word she said. I would like to know where the confusion is at, or where the argument is at. I feel like it's a really basic concept of no is no, yes is yes.
I don't think that's it. I think it's men, like I said in the prompt, men feel entitled to.
And that's crazy to me. I can't imagine someone feeling entitled to another human's body. That's where I'm confused. I've never understood this argument.
You hear that, Mello?
I need your body. I need to have sex with you. I literally don't understand it.
Yeah, Mello don't understand it. It seemed like.
Wait a minute, public. When have you heard me state otherwise?
When you was up here. When you first.
I have never said that men are entitled to. I said that if your partner that you're with, your wife or whatever, enjoys your physical touch or your smacks, and you withhold that for your own selfish reasons, that can be considered neglect because you're taking that part away from something your partner enjoys.
Which is
withholding is not a thing.
Which is what?
Withholding is a thing.
Which is what? Which is what, Mello?
Withholding is your own personal reason.
Which is no. Which is what? If you're saying that it's neglect, which it means what then? If I'm neglecting her, then isn't she entitled to it?
No, she's not entitled to it. She's not entitled to it, but that's a part of her. That's her happiness that she enjoys.
Sir, listen to what I'm. Hold on. Let's make it. Hold on. Let's make it make sense. If neglect equals abuse, right? If neglect equals abuse, then wouldn't it imply that when you say that somebody that you're being neglectful, then that means that the implication there is you owe it to them to not be neglectful?
Yes.
Right? You can put it in that term. Public. All I'm trying to say is, if you know your partner enjoys your physical touch and enjoys your smacks, that's something that makes them happy, that makes them feel closer to you, that's something that they try to do often, and you willfully decide, well, I don't feel like it, and you don't never feel like it, and you see it affects them. They're like, damn, I don't feel close to them no more. Is there something wrong with me? Why won't he touch me anymore? That has an effect on your partner.
But Mello, you find out as the partner what Papa
but
said.
It still
you find
has
out why your partner.
I'm saying, but it still has an effect on you.
Listen.
It has an effect.
Listen, Linda. You find out why. Because no partner who is in love with you, who feels valued by you, who feels respected by you, who feels cherished, is going to withhold, using your verbiage, anything from you. So you need to find out why.
Mm-hmm.
Why she don't want you touching her. And 9 times out of 10, like this morning, I ain't want Phil to touch me because he ain't clean my motherfucking kitchen. Okay? Don't touch me till you wash the dishes, nigga. Period.
My thing is, Mello, if I'm with my husband and I feel like I need like outfits or like whatever the case may be, and he's the sole provider, am I not entitled to his money? If he the only one going out there to work, am I as his wife entitled to his money? If I don't have a job and my husband is the sole provider, am I entitled to my husband's money?
Yes, because you two are one. Yes.
Okay. So when getting a divorce and I haven't worked the whole time, am I entitled to have?
You're entitled to whatever the courts decide that you need, because if you've been relying on him for however long y'all been married and y'all divorced, he's going to be obligated by the courts to take care of you for a certain amount of time.
All right. Hey, Ali said Mello the type to force his woman to have smacks before the 6 weeks is up after pregnancy. Miss Chrissy Baby says, so Mello, your partner should suffer through it. What about the happiness of the person forcing himself to keep you happy? Forcing themselves to keep you happy. Mushmouth. Sorry, I'm petty. Damn.
May I ask a question, like, of Mello?
Go ahead.
Can you give me a situation in which a person, like Ms. K said, like any person who would try to quote unquote neglect you via sex without there being a valid reason? Like, for example, if you and your partner aren't communicating, there's a disagreement. That just means she simply doesn't want to be intimate with you because she's not in a good place emotionally based on your relationship. That's when you communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's what I said earlier. Yep, that's what I was saying. I was like, there's no like a woman or a man nobody's just withholding smacks because like it's a reason.
You're gonna wake up and it's like, damn, I don't want to fuck them today because it's Tuesday. That's not gonna happen.
No, that shit ain't happening. If they tired, they tired. That's the reason. That's good enough reason. They don't want to. But like consistently, I'm saying consistently, like over an extended period of time, nobody's like that shit ain't happening, bro. For 6 months, 7 weeks, a year, there is a reason why. It is either medical or mental, emotional, or all three. Like, but there ain't no just.
Right. Okay, public, right. I agree with you there. There's always a reason behind it, but even if there's a valid reason, that person who feels that their needs aren't being, or their wants aren't being fulfilled is still going to have that emotional problem, even after you sit down and have that discussion,
because you feel like your needs are more important than what they're feeling. That's the only reason you could be feeling that way, is if you feel like you're more valuable, that you're more entitled, that your needs take a precedence over how that other person is feeling. That ain't partnership. That's slavery.
No, Kay, no.
Man, Mello, I can tell that's why you ain't married. That's why you ain't married no more. And you ain't never gonna be able to eat from the bite.
Actually, no, Kay. I filed for divorce. So let's get that straight. I filed.
He keeps trying to make us believe that men are old smacks. That's what he keeps trying to do. He keeps trying to tiptoe reasons in to get us, and he like, gotcha. See,
I'm not. Hold on, because I'm not speaking of this coming from a man's point of view on smacks all the time. I've been the guy, whereas I didn't feel like it. I just didn't feel like it. And I was always made to feel like, okay, you must be screwing somebody else.
That's because that lady was knocking your head between the wash and the dryer.
Yeah, you was married to Rasputin, nigga. Leave. And I'm glad you left. Hold on. Let me read. I gotta read this shit. Essence said, ask him if he thinks waking his partner up to Smex is SA. I'm trying to see something. You think waking your partner up to SA? I'm sorry. You think waking your partner up to Smex is SA?
Hell yeah, that's SA, because you don't have that consent unless there's something you've sat down and spoke to about them, and you know they don't mind that being done. Then that's absolutely SA, because you don't really have their consent.
Bad. Okay, it's a good answer. The only answer you can give right there. All right, go ahead. Yep.
I just don't understand the concept or the idea behind entitlement to sex due to like quote unquote marital responsibility. I feel like if there's you as an individual, a problem that's stopping you, and then the sex you desire, your main priority should be addressing that problem if it is there. Like, no matter what. I can't think of a situation where it's like, before we solve this issue, let's fuck. You know?
I think men, but that's what I was saying to Mello earlier. I think men don't care. I think men, it don't matter what the issue. You can have a real gripe with your woman, but a man gonna still lay down and do what he, you know what I'm saying?
Don't get me wrong. I've obviously like inhabited spaces where men be like, nah, like, you know, dudes are different. Like, men have needs, and I'm like, bro, it ain't that hard to be like, okay, like, is that okay? No. Okay, answers no. No, you don't feel like it. Okay. There's another problem. Okay, like, you can fuck some other time.
Yeah.
You're not gonna die from no pussy.
Shit, some of these niggas. No, I'm just playing. What up, Kenzie?
Well, much. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Thank you for having me.
No worries.
I'm curious, Mello, on your take, on your point of view. Do you think that men desire physical, we'll just say intercourse as a form of a love language?
I think people desire, not just men. I think people desire.
Sure. So I guess the delineation that I'm trying to make is that I think a lot of men, just like in general, don't have the higher level of emotional intimacy and connection through intercourse that women do. Because I think men will start negotiating a lot when it comes to just having sex, having access to the physical aspect of it. And they don't really care if the intimate or emotional aspect is present, which causes a lot of issues within the relationship.
I absolutely concur with you there. No lies detected.
I have a.
Do you think that's a fundamental problem?
No, go ahead, Kenzie. You're good. Do you think that's a fundamental problem? She asked, Mello.
I mean, I don't know if it's fundamental. I don't know if that's how nature just made us different, but I think it's just a difference in how we're developed. Well, yeah, so maybe. I don't know if that's just biological, if it's by nature, or if we're taught that somehow. I don't know. That's just how it is. That's something I really can't answer.
Interesting.
Hold on, Mackenzie. Kenzie, I'm gonna be completely funny when I say this. So you understood it. I'm like, GB, so you understood it when a white supremacist but you ain't understand it when we was up here trying to tell you. But you ain't talk to that white lady like that.
Oh my God, man.
Retarded.
Hey.
Oh, my bad about that.
Hold on, man.
Your ass is crazy.
It sure did seem like.
I do think Kay said it earlier, essentially that within heterosexual relationships, male pleasure is centered.
Ooh. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
There's one article that always sticks out to me that this woman, I think she was married 10 plus years, but for 8 years, her and her husband had an arrangement to where when he wanted sex and she didn't, he could do it as long as, number one, he didn't kiss her, and she could read a book during to distract herself. And he was completely fine with that arrangement. And it wasn't until after they divorced and she went to therapy that she realized, essentially the abuse that was happening within her relationship and how fine that her husband was, that she was disconnected and trying to distract herself from the experience because he just wanted access to the physical act itself.
Does that sound like, because Melo's been trying to convince us that sex is intimacy, and I've been trying to tell him that it's not. It can be, but
A form of intimacy.
it could be a form of intimacy. Yeah.
Public. No, I did not. I keep telling you.
All right, man. We done all heard it for a fucking hour. Now you're trying to gaslight me and tell me that's not what you were saying. That is what you were saying.
I will repeat what I said. I said in a relationship. That's what your prompt said. I said when two people are intimate, that makes the smacks that more incredible because they're in tune.
Right.
Because it creates that intense emotional connection before that actual physical act. That's what I said from jump.
Okay.
I never said they were together. I just said one stimulates the other one to the point where it makes it better.
You already know what I'm gonna say. It's gonna be on the YouTubes later. We can watch the playback. Because every time you say this shit, I've heard it. I already know this for you. Hold on, Melo. I promise you, Melo. I promise you, the playback is for y'all, not me. Because I know what you said.
I stated in the comment, it's the coup de grace. My whole point
coup de grace
was in
not
a
coup de grace.
relationship. Most people in a committed relationship have smecks. The intimacy they share between each other will make that smecks culminated into some also.
Hey, why you put such an emphasis on that C at the end? Like you a crip? You said that intimacy. You be back. Hold on, but wait. Hold on, man.
Hey, Pub, not down here. It's 95.
Hold on, man. You on the, I thought you was on the rip card, man, with your boy. Hey, but hold on, they said Ali said, this is why you don't throw away Smex toys. She said keep them things near and dear to you. All right, go ahead. I think it was.
Can I ask one more question?
Go ahead.
So I'm curious, Mello, I think under patriarchy that this is a way that it harms men, is that men are conditioned that sex is not an emotional thing for them and that is not intimate, because sex for them is an idea of conquest, and that the more partners that they have, then they're more hyper masculine, and that they're essentially better at dominating women and kind of at the top of the pack, if you will. And so I'm curious if you agree with that take. So men are conditioned to not really value the emotional and intimate aspects of sex because it's viewed more as a conquest and something men do to women rather than men do with women.
I don't feel it's conditioned for the simple fact that I think monogamy is conditioned.
What?
No, hear me out. I'm saying you have to be taught to be monogamous. You have to observe that. It has to be, because I think personally, from birth, if you see someone, you're attracted to them, you know, and you're going to be attracted to more than one person.
What does that got to do with monogamy? That's not what. Are you serious?
Monogamy is controlling that attraction you have.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, because you have to be focused on that one person in order not for you to go out and spread your seed everywhere. You have to be conditioned or disciplined not to go spread your seed, because if it was natural from birth, you just go out dipping in everything because you're attracted to a whole bunch of different people.
What makes you think? Hold on. What makes you think that polygamy in a polygamous relationship that you also don't have commitments? You can't go out and hunch everyone. Polygamy. Hold on. Wait. What you're describing would be to remain single. If you're single, okay. But if you're in a committed polygamous relationship, you can't go out and hunch a bunch of women. The women that you got is gonna get mad at you.
But that's a still type of relationship that's conditioned, just like monogamy. But it's more or less that.
What relationship isn't conditioned, Mello?
Public. You have to be taught that, okay, being with one woman is the natural, normal thing to do.
That's not true.
Hang on. You may not think so.
That's not, Mello. It's the opposite. You're taught that women are not people; they're objects to be collected. You dehumanize women. Hold on, brother. You gotta let me finish. Hold on, I gotta mute you up. So you got a lot of background noise. Mello, they teach us to dehumanize women. They teach us to, like Kenzie was talking about, as far as like the conquering part. They teach us that we need to. Women are things to be conquered, right, and things to be collected. That's what they teach you. That's what society teaches us as men. And then we set forth to do so. You're not about to sell me on that's the natural way of things. And we don't have a natural respect for humanity or human beings. That's crazy. Of course we do. Of course we have a natural respect for humanity and for human beings from birth. We do. Children do. You got to teach it out of them. You got to breed it out. You got to condition it out of them. I should not breed it. You have to condition it out of them. You know what I'm saying? And looking at it from a natural standpoint, doesn't it take two people to have a child? Last time I checked, it takes two people to have a child, right?
Public.
Nah, bro. When you say that, I hate when you say public, because I'm not.
I'm saying you're absolutely right. But what's to stop an undisciplined man from running around like Cam Newton and having, eight kids by 5, 6 different women? You have
that
to
didn't answer, but sir, I'm saying,
you have to be disciplined.
Sir, now you're moving the goal. Nobody said you don't have to be disciplined. I'm saying the easiest way for a person to be disciplined in this way, right? For men specifically, because the advantage that women have over men when it comes to acts of infidelity is this: women see men like as human beings the majority of the time, right? Women see men as human beings the majority of the time. And since they are able to do that, right, they also have this thing called empathy, which will, I don't want to do that to him, because that shit, I would be crushed if he did that to me. I don't want to hurt him because I would hate for him to hurt me. Like that is an advantage in this particular aspect that women have over men, whereas men, we are conditioned to not see women as people. So we don't give a fuck if we hurt them. We don't care if we destroy them. We have little empathy when we give them an STD, right? We have little, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, men don't give a fuck because we don't see women as people. It's not, and that is not natural. If you're telling me that that's nature, I call bullshit on that. 1,000% I call bullshit on that every single fucking time.
I'm saying it's nature for you to be attracted to more than one person.
That's not what we're talking about. Just because you're attracted to another person doesn't mean that your urge is, I gotta go fuck them now. What are you talking about?
But I said monogamy is what's conditioned.
Bro.
Someone had to teach you to focus that discipline on one person. That had to be a part of your environment. If not, I still feel like human attraction is nature from birth.
How we're getting from you are attracted to a person to you need to now hunch them is wild. Like what?
See, I thought Kenzie asked
Hold on, Shawnee. I mean, I'm sorry, Mello, let Shawnee go.
Why do people hunch?
Mello, let Shawnee go, please. Go ahead, Shawnee.
I'm confused because I thought Kenzie asked, like, are men like conditioned to see like sex as a conquest? So how did we get into monogamy?
Yeah, that is my question, because I'm wondering, Mello, if you recognize that this is how men suffer under patriarchy, is that they're conditioned to remove all emotional and intimate desires out of their relationships because they need to be dominant.
Because I would even go as far as saying men even having relations with women that they don't like or find attractive, that's rooted in power. That's
Facts.
a power dynamic you're
Facts.
even enforcing.
Facts.
Because that right there, that's not normal. And the way that a lot of men try to portray that as some type of norm, like, yeah, that's rooted in
Sleeping
power.
with somebody you don't like and you're not attracted to seems like now in my old age, in my older age, seems crazy. But I did it when I was in my early 20s. I definitely did that before. But that shit now, like now I'm like, that shit would like it. Like I all like, and not this, like it's like I forgot. Like it's such a foreign concept to me now. But yeah, when I was in my early teens and 20s, that was like par for the course. Like yeah, man, she, you know, yeah, you just gotta, she wanted, you gotta give it to, like, happen all the time.
What's the public? Then I guess there's just a difference in people's way of thinking. I don't look at someone smashing someone who's less attractive as their power thing.
Less attractive.
I look at that.
That's not what we said. That's not. Wait. That's not what was said, sir. Not less attractive.
You just said somebody smashing somebody that they don't find attractive.
That they're not attracted to. Not less attractive. They can be less attractive, but you can still be attracted to them.
I can say, okay, someone that they're not attracted to. I don't look at it as a power thing. I look at it as they're trying to satisfy some physical urge that they feel they need to release.
Fuck no.
I look at it.
Fuck no.
That's the logic. Wouldn't it be better for you to satisfy that with somebody that you actually like and are attracted to? Because that doesn't make sense. And then y'all try to rationalize it, and it still doesn't make sense. Why would you like to be? That's the thing I don't understand about men. Because a lot of y'all don't like women, yet y'all jump over hurdles to be around women, including women that you claim to like and women that you claim to not like. So that doesn't make sense to me. Wouldn't a logical thing to do is to have relations with somebody that you actually like? But then again, like I've said many times before, that goes back to that compatibility thing. That's literally low on y'all's list. Y'all are more than willing to overlook incompatibility issues to have access to women.
We not hunching women based on attraction, Shawnee. Like a lot of times we don't be hunching women based on attraction. We be hunching women for numbers, to put numbers up on the board. That's the power that. Hold on, y'all.
That's what I was saying.
Go ahead, Kenzie. Go ahead, Kenzie.
Yeah, like what Shawnee said too, I think a lot of men have this prescription that men and women can't be friends because they just view women as, objects for sex. And so I just don't feel like you've answered my question. I'm
He
wondering
hasn't.
if you acknowledge that patriarchy has harmed men into conditioning their emotional and intimate desires out of them, because in order for men to maintain male supremacy and dominance, then women have to be seen as sexual conquests.
Mm-hmm.
And so men, I think, very much do not get the liberty and freedom to have relationships with women
and be intimate,
that are meaningful. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whether in a romantic or friendship capacity. And I'm curious on what your take is.
like I said before, that's your interpretation. Some men in the patriarchy were taught that. Some men, I feel, were not. Some men, I feel,
we're talking in a generalization, and I'm wondering if you actually have an analysis of patriarchy and what it conditions men to do, and if you agree with my analysis.
I'm not using your analysis because it's only going to refer to those men that were taught or conditioned like that under.
Most men are taught and conditioned that. Can we move on? That's the point.
I think most men move off of physical urges, not because of the patriarchy, because that's how life. That's how life just created us.
So you're just going to dismiss all types of socialization and indoctrination that takes place in society under these oppressive systems? Like,
that's not what I did.
Mello, you sound like a rapist. I ain't even gonna hold you.
I'm not.
Mello, are we? Mello, are we?
I'm not going to attribute all men's conquest of women to just patriarchy, because all of it doesn't stem from patriarchy. It's still natural, or normally natural. It's still natural from birth for people to be attracted to one another.
So what?
That's just natural from birth.
Mello, hold on, y'all.
In sociology, the concepts of it be kicking y'all's ass every time. I don't know.
25 on Mello.
Things confused.
I got a question for you, Mello. On some real shit. Are there certain foods you're not supposed to eat? Like, are you allergic to anything? Is there certain things that upset? Are you lactose intolerant? You know, anything like that? Just out of curiosity. No. So you can eat everything.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't. I have certain food restrictions, right? My son does too. He has a bunch of them. He has way more than me. My son loves ice cream. He's had it before. It made him sick. That's how we found out. My son loves ice cream. When he sees it, he's like, damn, really wish I could have that ice cream. I really wish I could have that ice cream. But he knows he can't. So guess what? He doesn't eat it. Because he can't have it because it's not good for him, right? That's his rational brain takes over. Even though he might have an urge, right? And it's not physical. He may have an urge, a mental urge to consume the ice cream. His brain will shut it down and go, nah, put that in the back, put that on a back burner, because if you eat that, you're gonna get sick, right? Okay, cool. Humans do this every day, all day long. That's almost how we survive, right? If you think about it, we don't just do the thing that is like, oh, that looks good, let's do that. Like skydiving looks fun. I'm not doing it. Jumping off of a cliff and with ripping a parachute cord, that looks fun. It does. It looks exhilarating. I'm good though, right? I'm good, right? And I'm all the safer for it. You acting like just because people are attracted to one another, that equates to we all need to hunch one another, or there's this physical urge to hunch a bunch of different people, is wild. That is not how it works. It's not how it works. I promise you that's not how. You can look at somebody and go, look, hold on, Mello. I'll go a step further. Do you know that men can find other men attractive and not be sexually attracted to them and not have the urge to sleep with them, but be like, and be attracted, you know what I'm saying? Like physically be like, that's an attractive man. Don't mean you go, oh, I got to hunch that guy. Oh man, I'm about to sleep with that man. Like that's not even, you could just think he's attractive. So we could go. So I'm not understanding you trying to equate this attraction to, if a man finds a woman attractive, then that proves that men are naturally not non-monogamous. Like, what the fuck is that about? It doesn't make any sense.
Let me ask you one question, and this is just basic human survival. If you took just two, people, didn't educate them, whatever, you put a male and a woman on an island, eventually they will probably find one another and procreate. No one taught them anything.
Oh my God.
No one taught them anything.
The niggatheticals is crazy.
Part of almost every animal on Earth does it. No one teaches them that. That's just something.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, Mello. I'm not procreating with no woman, even if we on an island. I'm not having no more babies. Unless we the last two people on the earth, okay, cool. But beyond that, I'm not having a baby with nobody, even if we meet on an island. We can have smacks.
Because you've been conditioned that way. But what I'm saying is, just like most animals, you don't teach animals. They don't go around and teach animals, hey, hunch. That's just something that's instilled within them from birth.
That's incorrect. Animals
You don't teach them that. There exist animals that are monogamous.
There are animals that are monogamous. Penguins, some penguins, not all penguins, but.
And even if you want to make the argument of like reductive, like down to caveman instincts, there's a lot of societal implications that we have, sure. But just because humans have some sort of subconscious or attraction to another human doesn't mean the conclusion has to be sex.
Ed, you could come up.
Anger, and you don't have the inclination towards murder.
Yeah, Ed, you could come up and
if you have an inclination towards whatever.
Hold on. Ed, you could.
Man is extremely nuanced and complicated. So sorry.
No, you're good. Ed, you could come up. I will unmute you. But you muted for the rest of the live. Now this is wild. We're gonna have to mute James too. He in there just saying weird shit. Sorry, James. And you came up earlier and then dropped, so you got to get muted. You can come up if you want to. I'll unmute you. Yeah, y'all a little wild. Marsha P said, "Oh my fucking God, Melo was not getting it. 10 on him. That's 25 on Melo, by the way. Crazy. Go ahead, Melo.
All I'm saying is this: most
it was already 25 on him.
When
public, most behaviors have to be conditioned. That's all I'm saying. It has to be something that someone has to display to you or teach you or condition you or pattern yourself after, because all I'm saying is just innate from birth is such thing as physical attraction, even with animals. There's no book that animals have to read to say, hey, I want to produce another heir to my kingdom, so I need to go find a such and such, and we need to go produce an offspring so they can take over. I'm getting old. There's no book that they have to read. It's something in them that says, hey, go find someone that you can procreate with. And humans would be the same way, but they're conditioned to have all these rules and, blah, blah, blah. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I want to do like wolves and penguins and shit. I wonder if they be like cheating on their mates. I'm curious.
Yes, I think actually.
They do? Damn.
I want to say they do. There was a video I saw a while back. I don't know if it was cheating or it was fighting, like one female penguin, but like they genuinely started boxing. They got real bad. It got real bad. I felt bad for them.
I feel like I know what video you're talking about.
I'm sure you know exactly the video I'm talking about.
I'm pretty sure it was on that Geo Wild, and I remember exactly what you're talking about.
Hey, to Nigel, they paid 50 to drop. Therese paid so y'all can thank Therese. She paid to get that man up out of here. To Nigel said he got that from the libel. They said Melo got that shit from the libel. Hey man, yeah, y'all not about to sit here and sell me on some notion that men like we can't be monogamous, or like it don't even make sense, because you have a baby with a woman and shouldn't you raise the baby with her? Y'all can't have it both ways. The same men that be saying that be the same men that be arguing like you need a 2-parent household. You need the man that raise a man. Okay, then how the fuck are you gonna do that if you got 19 babies? Genghis Khan? How did you go about that? Like, that's the whole point. You gotta be there for your babies with that woman. You and that woman got kids together. You gotta be there for them. You can't pull a Cam Newton. The shit don't make sense.
People really like the nature argument when it comes to their dick.
Always.
Really like that argument.
Always.
It's like they pick and choose. It's like they pick and choose when they want to embrace biology. Because men always bring up biology to justify like their predatory, problematic behavior.
Yes.
Like they pick and choose, and I've noticed that all the time. Any other time, when they have their little anti-intellectualism takes, they'll dismiss biology. When it comes to their like behavior, all of a sudden they done took
they done excelled in like 10th grade biology and they know all the things. Like, it's crazy to me.
They know all the biology.
Shawnee, every time.
They know all the biology in the world.
I'm sorry, public. I was just gonna say they will weaponize evolutionary biology and psychology are weaponized by red pill men.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right, Shawnee, they do use it. They do use it and apply it very conveniently. But we also have to remember that the way we understand, in the 20th century when this research came out, the way we understand evolutionary biology and psychology is rooted in eugenics. Because those two ideologies were coming up in the 1920s and 30s. So those theories and everything are informed by eugenics. So I love it when the BMs get up here and start using evolutionary biology to justify their lack of ability to maintain monogamous relationships when it's required of them.
It's really crazy.
I'm gonna take it a step further. Why isn't it also applicable to women? Because if a woman was running around saying that she couldn't control her natural urges and she isn't naturally monogamous, she would be considered what 304, and she would be demonized because of that.
Mm-hmm. They would no. You got a thing. Think worse. You'll be stoned. You'll be honored unalived. You know what I'm saying? Like when women do that shit, it's like dire consequences. But when men do it, it's nature. It's nature. It's just natural.
On this app, I have been low-key threatened. It has like they don't actually say it, but it has sort of the tinge of, if I could stone you, I would. I've been called like a demon woman, a Jezebel, of this, and there's the way they say it in their tone of voice. They're like, if they were in front of me.
Oh yeah, no, you already know. I never suggest having these conversations in real life with these dudes for women. Like, nah, don't have it. Don't do that.
I actually do like to make, as a counter, a biological argument that women should be polyamorous and men should not. Because since paternity can always be essentially up in the air or uncertain, it would be beneficial for a woman to be in polyamorous relationship to where multiple men could be the father of the child, because then all of them would have interest in investing resources into her and the upbringing of children. You always know who your mama is. Ooh. That's easy. I never understood patrilineal inheritance. It's just so bizarre. It's so much easier you always know who your mother is. That's the person you came out of.
Mm-hmm.
That just seems to be the simpler way to do it. And also piggybacking on what Kenzie said, women do have higher sex drives than men. And we also crave more variety than men. But we cheat less because even when we're in a crap relationship, most of us, on average, are like, I made a promise to this dude. Until I can get out of this, I'm just going to roll with it. But yeah, we have higher sex drives, higher desire for variety, and less desire for monogamy than they do. But we live in a world where the consequences for us with breaking fidelity have always been dire. So most of us will be like, okay, we'll just hang and see until we can get out of this. So if we're gonna use biology, Kenzie's right. If we're gonna go the biology route, I have some news that might upset the men folk.
Yeah, the thing I always find funny about biology too. All of a sudden y'all understand that part of biology, but y'all motherfuckers don't understand that y'all need to stop drinking so much, or your Peter whackers ain't gonna work, or y'all need to, or you need to be. They don't understand nothing else about biology outside of your liver gonna fail. That's why your fingers as big as Budweiser cans, and you can't figure the shit out, and you got fucking bags under your eyes like this. Like, y'all don't, all of a sudden biology, it goes out the window when it comes to that shit. But when it comes to reproduction and sexual conquest, and I understand. No, yeah, it's just in the man's nature, man. It's in our nature. It's in our nature to hunch everything moving.
I'll even do you one better. Procreation is not the primary drive for sex. In our closest primate relatives, sex is primarily used as a relationship building and community bonding activity. The reproduction part is like the second thing. Primarily, it's used for relationship building among bonobos. In the bonobo societies, where normally the males go out and seek new alliances, it's the women that go out and seek new alliances. And when the female bonobo goes out and finds like a new group of bonobos, the first thing she does is she has sex with someone in the new community to establish trust and form bonds.
That's the first thing she says. And when the males fight in the men are gonna glitch when I tell them this. When the men fight in bonobo societies, when they're done fighting, they have sex to signal to the community that the matter has been settled.
Nice. That's what they used to do back in the day. That's what men. That's what men really used to do back in the day. They used to hunch.
To add on to that as well, male bonobos don't try and essay female bonobos, because if they do, she'll let out a large screech where all female bonobos in the area will come to her aid and F them up.
Nice.
Yeah, the male aggression in bonobo societies is very different from chimpanzees, which were the primary species that was studied. Again, eugenics, 1920s, blah, 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 justify, male supremacy. They focused mainly on chimpanzees and didn't really study bonobos at all.
Yeah. Stop giving these dudes, I think y'all making these dudes want to hunch on bonobos right now. They out here fucking goats and goddamn monitor lizards and shit. The bonobos better watch out. Or that might be too close to a human. Who knows? Ma said, one woman to many men will control the population. That's what it used to be like back in the day. That's what it used to be like. I don't know. I don't believe it. I'm very much not on the, we need to get rid of human beings, because I think that's sad. But I do think men need to change, obviously. That's the take.
If anything, they need to change their perception of smacks, because back to the prompt, when y'all have this sense of entitlement to have smacks in a relationship, it come off as y'all trying to forgo consent. And I don't know where y'all get this from, but consent, there's still some form of consent that needs to be involved in a relationship. You get into a romantic relationship with somebody does not equal automatic consent. And I think that's where the disconnect is. That's where that sense of entitlement comes from. Where that's rooted in marriage. Men got married because they figured that was their way to have unlimited access to smacks. And even men, I feel even men now still think that that's their only way to have consistent access is to get in a relationship with women. It's not because I don't think most of y'all generally necessarily being in a relationship, but you see the convenience of having access to their partner, especially if y'all cohabitate with one another.
We like all the stuff that's around, you know what I mean? We like the access to smacks. We like the labor, the child rearing, the birthing of the children, the person to dump our trauma. We like all of that stuff, but we don't like the person that does all of that stuff. It's weird.
Exactly. And I will even say, back to what I mentioned about men need to change their perception on smacks, is y'all can't portray yourselves as these hypersexual beings and then you try to in a way enforce purity culture on women when you also find out they also enjoy the act. And you try to slut shame women for being sexually active. So that's a complex, I guess you could say that's that Madonna horror complex. They need to figure that out, because you can't portray yourself as this person that has all these uncontrollable urges, but then when you find out a woman enjoys it, it takes I don't know, y'all get less excited when a woman is enthusiastic about the act, and that's very predatory and
Shawnee, you're so right. You're so right. That is a big the idea that women enjoying sex and seeking sexual pleasure, that makes it makes so many men very angry. I got married on accident. When I started dating, I was never dating for marriage. I was dating for fun. I was dating for pleasure. But when they find out that, hey, this is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for anything serious. a lot of times it makes them very angry. It's almost like they want you to want a relationship, even if they don't, because they're comfortable with having like the leverage, because they can feel like the conquering aspect of that. Like, I never really understood that when it makes them so mad. I'm like, look, you and I want the same things. Yeah. So why are you mad that we're aligned on what we want, but you're mad at me because I told you the truth about what I want?
Yeah, they don't like it.
That's their power dynamic.
They don't like it.
That power dynamic that they implement within dating. So when you try to like even the playing field with them, like it's like their brain like malfunctions.
Yeah.
Because they date with the intention of like enforcing a power dynamic. They're not actually dating for actual like companionship. Like they actually want to be around a woman. They actually want to spend time with a woman. They actually want to be intimate with a woman. They're always trying to implement a power dynamic. And I've said this before. Y'all need to pick and choose what you want. You either want power or you want companionship, but you're not gonna get both.
They definitely don't care about companionship.
You want more.
You can't have both.
Hold on.
But they just always do that. That's always where they roll.
Wait. No, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, brother. What's up?
Hey man, you said it was an all woman panel, so even though I'm up here, but yeah, so I invited you up. Yeah, it's not exclusive to women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the invite.
Yeah. I like we normally had the brothers up here. We had the men's up here for a minute. Let me see. Hold on. Pom. Yeah, you definitely can. Hold on, let me read this real quick. Pom. Hey, Pub, Benny saying you unblocked now. Okay. Cool. I'll go over there later. Tell him if I'm unblocked. Say public said we could join live right now. I'm with it.
He's live right now, public, and the vibe is so different from what it was a couple days ago. Like KGR is up there, and I'm like, I went in there to look, and I'm like, this is a very different energy than it was a couple days ago when they were dragging Drew. Like it was Red Pill Central over there, and now it's like it was so weird. I'm like, I sense maybe somebody might be shifting their content.
Yeah,
maybe, I don't know. It was weird.
You're trying not to get caught.
Hey, first of all, I'm new to the TikTok.
Oh, okay.
I'm seeing a lot of misandry. I'm just seeing a lot of misandry going on right now. A lot of toxic femininity over here. What's up?
Toxic femininity. What is that?
You hear it on your panel.
No, be specific. What is it? No, be specific. What is it? I don't know what it sounds like.
Let them continue to talk. You'll hear it.
No, sir. Hold on, y'all.
I need you to repeat what exactly we said, because I know I just finished talking. So if you hear misandry, be specific.
Yeah. Well, you said toxic femininity. Yeah.
Because you can't come up here making claims about what somebody said.
That's what it is.
Can't repeat what I said. Then what did we say?
I caught the tail end.
Okay.
I just know it was.
So repeat one. You just heard women talking, and you instantly. So you heard women talking, and you said, "Oh, must be toxic femininity," right? That's what happened. Yeah.
It don't take long to identify.
No, I know, but hold on, y'all. Hold on.
So what exactly did you identify? You say you just got up and
men don't know what y'all talking about. How men don't know how to treat a woman and be with a woman, and don't know how to spend time with women. I mean, what are we supposed to do? Like hang around with y'all all day while
nobody said that? See,
yes, you did.
Hold on. Hey, time out. Okay. Go ahead. I'm listening. Yeah, y'all, we gotta keep it. Let's bring it down a little bit. So, no, you're saying that the women. What are the women saying that you disagree with? That you don't think men should spend time with women?
Well, they were complaining about how they basically want men to be like women.
In what way?
Almost like a male lesbian or something. I don't know. We don't love.
But
like
hold on, wait. But wait, hold on, sir. I'm sorry. Lesbians like women, so basically, essentially, you're saying that they want you to like.
Exactly. They want us to be butch lesbians, basically.
That's all. But wait. You're not making sense. Those.
Yes, I do.
No, that doesn't make sense because that's essentially a man, right? You're saying that those women, they like men.
It's not a man.
I mean, they want to be like men, right? It's so confusing. But my point, I'm just trying to get to the point. So you don't think that men should actually like the women that they're in relationships with?
Yes.
Okay.
They act like we don't love them because we're not as sensitive as they are and catering to their feelings 24/7.
I don't think that's what anybody
Nobody
is
up here
saying.
said anything like that.
I think
in the last 15 minutes, no one on this panel has said that.
yeah,
Okay,
I think
now y'all denying. Y'all
no. It's
I
no.
mean, I'll engage with that. Yeah, I do think men need to embrace more aspects of femininity.
Yeah, I agree with that too. But I'm just trying to figure out. No, I think the problem is that you say, like, when people say stuff like what you're saying, we need to hear what specifically is the issue so we can address it, right? But when you say it as like a broad like thing, then we don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean?
Well, it's such a wide. It's such a wide.
Femininity is inferior.
Well, it's such a wide scope, especially with black men. This is what I'm noticing. They probably the biggest simps on the planet Earth. I don't even know who's second.
So the group of men,
black men directly.
yeah. And what makes a man a simp?
A simpleton.
I know what a simpleton is, but what, in your definition, why are you calling black men simps?
Okay, where do you want to start?
Anywhere you want to.
R&B music. That's simp music, man.
Okay, so you don't like R&B. Keep going.
Let's start there.
Okay. So you don't like R&B.
Constantly.
Okay. So you don't like R&B. Okay, keep going. What else?
Not leading the household. That's simp. You following women around all day.
Okay.
You don't think that's simpish?
No, I don't. I mean, I know what the definition of simp is, but I don't know if you're using it correctly at all right now. To me,
okay. What's your definition of a simp?
What is the definition of a simp? Not my definition of it, but so the definition of a simp, the way that you're trying to use it, would be a person. It could be a man or a woman, but it's typically a simp is the opposite of a pimp, right? So the simp,
no, it don't have anything to do with a pimp.
It literally does. I'm not even playing. It's literally the opposite of a pimp. I'm not.
Just made that up.
I swear to you, I'm not. Like I'm telling you the truth. It's the opposite of a pimp. The tactics are the complete opposite, right? So it is basically when a man or a person is doing, like, I would say, like, performing niceties for a person to gain for like to gain not for free.
They do it for free.
Well, it's not for free though. It's they have a specific goal in mind, which is typically to get some type of like access to the other person, like physically or emotionally or whatever the case may be, right? So that's what it's for. So it's not really for free. They're doing it for.
That's why I'm voting for Trump, man. Because
you're a troll. Okay.
These Kamala Harris voters.
Okay. You're a Trump. I mean, you're you're a troll. No, you are a troll. You are a troll. You're trolling. Okay. What does this have to do? What is you want to come up here and turn this into a political debate? I don't want to talk about Trump or Kamala.
They run parallel. Our relationships are
I agree.
Politics are
I agree. And that's why, sir.
Women divorcing their husbands because they don't want to vote for Kamala Harris.
That's good. They should. How could you?
I agree. They should leave them.
Yeah. Why would you, like, I got it. I was just talking to my boy, who's a Trump supporter, right? He's a black male Trump supporter. And he said something to the effect of like, yeah, I just don't understand why we can't disagree on stuff like this and still be friends or something along those lines. And I was like, because politics are really important. Like, politics are life, right? So imagine a person like you telling a woman that I'm going to vote for a person who is openly misogynistic, who openly despises women, who is a grapist, who, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of these things.
Yeah, that's false allegations.
No, it's not. It's not false. It's 100%. When Donald Trump said grab him by the vaginas, what did you get from it? It doesn't matter what he said in confidence. No.
Have you ever said something?
I've never said grab him by the vaginas in confidence or in public.
No. Have you ever said something that might have been misconstrued?
It wasn't misconstrued. It was actually exactly what he said. We took his word for it. It wasn't misconstrued. We heard the entire context of the conversation. It wasn't misconstrued. Nobody lied on him. It was his words, and you're going as a black man, right? Because you brought up the fact that you want to, talk about black men specifically, but as a black man, to listen to a racist white man say he wants to grab women by their vaginas and say, that's why I'm voting for Trump. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Your woman should leave you too. If I was your woman, I would leave you too. That's enough to leave you.
Snoop said the same thing. What? You a hip hop fan, right?
Snoop said the same thing. What are you talking about?
He constantly talk about that stuff. Snoop, all these new rappers, 50 Cent, what? Y'all like them, right?
I've never heard 50 or Snoop say grab them by the vaginas.
Oh, he got to say that specific.
Yeah, that's really explicit. That's a specific thing. I've never heard. I know Snoop. I'm from Long Beach. I'm in the city right now. I've been to his house several times. I know his brother, rest in peace, Bing. I know his older brother, Dirty Left. I know Snoop. I know his cousin, ED, Eric Davis, Eric Daniels. That's my nigga. I've never heard Snoop say that. I'm not about to sit here and cape for Snoop and act like he's fucking Mother Teresa, but I ain't never heard Snoop say in any song that he was gonna grape a woman.
The 92 Snoop?
Brother, 92, 91, all the Snoops. Yes, every single one of them.
And they used to love Trump.
Name the lyric.
They used to love
Name the
Trump.
lyric. Drop the lyric. No.
It's a whole list of songs where Trump is in there.
What'd you say, Kenzie?
Okay, so he wasn't
I
racist
just
when he was
wanted
a
to add one quick thing. When you're talking about that, essentially Donald Trump was saying that in private. I believe he referred to it as locker room talk.
That's what he said.
Locker room talk is a concept that is used in grape culture to normalize and minimize grape within society. That it's normal for men in male-dominated spaces to joke about assaulting women, which is such a weird take that you would make now.
Because that's what he be doing. Nia X said, what do you mean never?
Never. I would never do that.
Do you hear how stupid that sounds to us? Do you think we're dumb?
No, I didn't say he was right, but he said it.
Hold on, sir. Do you hear why would we believe that you don't do it when you're defending it?
Have you ever said anything behind closed doors?
Hold on, I'm gonna take it back and I'm gonna tell you, I have never in my life thought of or said anything like grab them by the vaginas ever. I've never alluded to anything that had to do with SA. I've never told my friends in confidence or in public because I've never thought of it before. It's never been a thought in my brain to take vagina or sex from a woman. That's never been a thing of mine.
I don't think he has either.
But he has, because he's done it before. What are you talking about?
He ain't take nothing from money.
He did, bro. He did. His own wife, his own ex-wife said it in court. She said it. She said it in court under oath. She said he used to grape her when they were married. Yeah, see? Oh, you gonna say, oh, marriage don't count?
I never heard that.
Yeah, because you don't know shit. You never heard nothing. You are uneducated. You're uneducated. You don't know what you're talking about.
Was Kamala Harris' husband not a cheater?
What does that have to do with grape? Trump's a cheater. Trump's a cheater. No, now you're implying. So wait, Trump has been on document. He's been a cheater, right? He cheated so bad and so poorly and so stupidly that he got caught, and now he has to pay money. Now, I mean, he got convicted because of his extramarital affairs. The fuck are you talking about? It was proven in court. He didn't even deny it. What are you talking about? It was false.
Sometimes you gotta pay to get the stuff.
Now you moving the goalposts again. You're a troll. They put 5 on his head, by the way. You're a troll. You don't know what you're talking about. And this is what most black men who vote for Trump sound like. They sound just as ignorant as you. They don't know anything.
Knowledge that he paid Stormy Daniels hush money because he was cheating on his most current wife with her.
That's between him and his wife, not you.
It actually was between the American government and him. And what are you talking about? It was a crime. It wasn't illegal.
So she didn't pay anybody else.
It wasn't illegal.
A single woman dating people is not a crime.
It was. She didn't commit a crime.
She's a single woman, or was up until she was 50. And by the way, just for clarity of dates, Douglas and Kirsten Emhoff divorced in 2008. Kamala and Doug Emhoff married in 2014. So they didn't start dating until way later. Until well after their divorce.
Oh my God.
That's not true.
That is true.
Oh my God, divorce date. The dates of their divorce and marriages aren't true.
No.
Kamala and Doug Emhoff married in 2014. He divorced Kirsten Emhoff in 2008.
So he left his family.
Those are facts.
6 years later?
8.
What the fuck are you? Can you do math? That's 6 years later, bro.
So she's just running around with a broken home. Stepmama president.
Oh, this is stupid. So it's Trump.
What is it?
Trump. Hold on, Therese. Hold on. Trump was divorced too. Melania is the stepmother. Trump is the. What the fuck are you talking about?
What you mean what I'm talking about?
He's his third wife.
This motherfucker's stupid.
No, I was going to ask him, like, what specifically is it that you hate about Kamala Harris?
She's a black woman.
Well, we know, but
she's actually Hindu and she's from Canada.
Hindu ain't a race.
Her religion is Hindu.
Okay, so she's not black, she's not Christian. What else?
She's not. No.
What else? What else?
Shout out to my Hindus. I fuck with my Hindus, man.
What do you mean?
I fuck with my Hindus.
So far she's not black. She's not the wrong religion. She's not a Christian. She's stupid.
And she's from Canada.
Her greens in the tub. That ain't disgusting.
Yeah, he a troll. He said she cook her greens in the tub. He's saying anything.
Yeah, that was a meme that was going around public.
Hey, he's saying anything he want now.
She's her greens in the tub. She said it.
That's complete yes. Oh my God.
He's saying anything, man. Who cares if you watch?
You know what? It's okay to tell us how you really feel.
Oh no, I got a question. Hold on, Therese. I got a question. I got a question for you. No, washing greens. That's not something black people do.
In the tub? No.
In the tub, yeah. Black people wash it. If you making a bunch of greens for a big ass family gathering, sound like some black people shit to me.
As a matter of fact, she trying to steal the black struggle.
That's my hey. I ain't gonna even hold you. That's my favorite black job. Is cooking for a bunch of black people to come over your. My favorite black job on the planet is cooking for a bunch of black people to come over and have a good time. That's my favorite black job. What's your favorite black job?
Laughing at jokers, man. That's my favorite black job.
That's right. That was the funniest thing Trump said this year. Black man out here simping for the orange man. That's what Nia X said. It's wicked work.
See, that's what black women do when you think for yourself as a man. And
think for yourself?
Yeah.
Think for yourself?
You sound scared.
Scared of what?
You scared to vote for yourself, man, for the better of the community, man. Don't you think it's a problem with black boys being feminized?
How are they feminizing black boys?
What do you mean? Go to any public school.
Answer the fucking question. Stop telling me what do I mean and answer the question. You say the stupid shit, back it up. I go to, brother, my son goes to public school. How are they feminizing boys? I wish they were feminizing boys, but how are they?
Go watch the cheerleaders. I guarantee you got
cheerleaders.
Yes, there's 2 or 3 of them on the team nowadays.
So they let more boys on the cheer team, so they're feminizing boys?
Yes.
Did they make?
Wait, it used to be all men. Cheerleading started out as men.
Not with skirts on. Not with skirts on.
Wearing skirts. They wear there's a pant uniform.
Okay, they stopping and screaming louder than the women. What are you talking about?
So do we when we go to the game. You probably don't even watch sports, huh?
No, sir. No, sir.
That's what you're doing here.
No, sir.
Yeah, you're literally cheerleading for Donald Trump.
All this feminist energy up here. The host is a feminist.
That education gap is happening. You witness it in
you
real
give black
time.
women a degree and look, this how they talk.
I can talk however I want.
Look at you got a degree and look how you talk.
Actually, no, I have 2 degrees, actually.
You're not even black.
If you're gonna insult me properly. I'm not even black. Oh, so I'm like Kamala. I'm not black. Oh wow.
You might be, bro. I don't know.
Wow. That's news considering both my parents are black. It's interesting. I wonder how they manage that, public.
The Reese 50 Beauty Foundation and the 200.
Oh, no way. That is far too light for me.
Well, he trying to say you're not a black woman, so.
Let's look at the black and white
I'm not
women
sure.
sticking together.
Hold on,
I'm not sure
y'all.
You're a black man, no? Are you really a black man? I don't think
Can't
you
you tell
are.
by my voice what I sound?
I can tell race by someone's voice.
I'm new to TikTok. I ain't got time to upload them.
You new to a lot of things.
Wait, but are you new to life though? You're new to speaking? That was seems
I'm
like
new
it's
to this. I'm new to this new world y'all talking about.
So I should
I'm
be
new
able
to
to
this.
tell what race you are
And you
based
should
on
be
how you
ashamed,
speak.
host. You grew up in Long Beach. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You
I
see
know.
it.
I know a
You
bunch
see
of.
all the
I know a
time.
bunch of dumb men like you. You right.
I ain't never been dumb, bro.
You
I
dumb
ain't
as shit.
no problem, bro.
You stupid.
Hell am I dumb?
I'm gonna help you out real quick. Hold on. I'm E. Jean Carroll's niece. Amber Curry said this. She said, "I'm E. Jean Carroll's niece. Trump is a grapist." She just wants to confirm that for you.
Okay.
We got real people. We got real people that's been affected by that man being a grapist in here. He talking about he not no grapist. Ask him why he. Ask him why he doesn't blame his black dad. Hold on.
If you let them tell it, all black men are.
They want to know, do you blame your black dad for leaving you?
My black dad never left.
Oh, okay. Congratulations, man. Shit.
How you think I know what a man looks like?
I don't think you know what a man looks like.
I'm talking about a leader. We don't got no 75% of these black boys growing up in single mother homes, and they think it's an accomplishment to be a single mother.
Where the men at?
They don't exist, bro. All they doing is hopping, bed hopping.
Where the leaders at?
They bed hopping. That's why the Democratic Party destroyed the black man.
That's why they did, or that's how they did?
They've been on a run for a long time for the last 40 years. They can't.
So you're saying you're a result? You're saying you're a result of that destruction? Because you sound like it.
Sorta.
Oh, okay.
In the 90s,
that tracks.
But I thought your daddy was there.
In the 90s, every black guy had a felony. Tell me they did it.
My daddy ain't that. My daddy don't got a felony.
My dad ain't never had no felony.
No, what state do you live in? What state are you planning
Like
to vote
good
in?
80%.
80% of black men got felonies.
Okay, well,
Damn,
80% of black men.
Oh my God.
Okay, well,
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, Therese. Hold on. You gotta give me a second with that one. Hold on, man. That is the most anti-black shit I've ever heard in my life. 80% of black men have felonies is the most anti-black shit. You won. That's the most coonerific shit I've ever heard in my life. 80% of black men have felonies. Excuse me? Since when?
If I may add on to that too, I would say that like your demonization of single mothers too is a really prime example of misogynoir as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The Messiah, he's a minor on steroids. Crystal said maybe his dad should have left because he felt his it sucks that your daddy stayed. Julia Jackson said, for the embarrassment you're talking right now. You're talking to right now. They put 30 on his head total. Brianna Jones said $5 for out of all the kids left behind, no was left the furthest. Oh, he dropped. Damn it. Miss Chrissy baby said black men really think this behavior attracts women. They are turning women away by the droves. They won't beat us into submission. They won't beat us into submission into wanting to be around that BS. Oh, they want to beat them. Yeah. They want to beat us into submission into wanting to be around that BS. Yeah. They doing everything they can to trick. They want to trick black women into being. It ain't even just black women. I don't even want to do that. He was just an idiot. They want to trick all women. They don't care. Black men will take any woman they can get. They not. Y'all know black men not race loyal. They don't care. I ain't about to sit here and lie and act like black.
I knew that You're Not Black was coming. It inevitably goes to there with these guys. Okay, they think because I sound like Kenzie that I'm not really black.
You got two whole black parents. That man said you're not black.
These two Detroit black parents, they moved to Orange County. I can't help where I grew up because that's.
Hey, he said you talk. Therese, he said you talk white. Like what?
I mean, like that's the first time I've heard that. I mean, come on, like it's. I hear that all the
He
time.
said I sound black. I almost said something real anti-black just for the shits and gigs of it. And I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. I can't go.
Interestingly, I
Black women don't ever say that. Black women will never say that. I've never heard that from a black woman. I've only heard that from black men. Why you sound so white? Only black dudes say shit like that.
Two whole black parents.
They say it to me. They be saying I sound white. I be sitting there like, me? I sound white? Me?
My mother grew up in the project. Someone was unalived on her floor when she was like 6. Her earliest memory is like stepping over a corpse coming home from first grade. That's like her first memory.
Wicked.
As a child.
That's crazy.
Like, oh, you can articulate yourself? You must be white.
You must be white. Only white people could talk that good. You'd be like, wait.
It's such a like, it's in one bit, it's like insulting to me, but it's also insulting to black people.
It's insulting to black people, yeah.
Are articulate? Like, what?
He just said 80% of black men got felons from the 90s, got felonies from the 90s. So I grew up in the 90s. I don't know what you're talking about.
So did I.
What are you talking about? 80%? Not even 8% of black men got felonies.
And if that is true, why should we be dating them?
Shit.
If that's true, if we're going with No's logic,
damn.
What's the argument for dating them?
Damn.
I got a motion.
Jeez.
I motion that if they drop before we finish crowdfunding, that the fund go on unsuspecting red pillar that come up next. Like
I'm gonna veto that notion.
Like an escrow account. Okay, right?
I gotta veto that notion. I gotta veto that one. Nah, we can't do that. Rules is rules is rules. We gonna have to veto that notion. I gotta play president on that one. Absolutely not. Crowdfunding already is not frowned upon. Supposed to be, but I love it. I think it's hilarious. Not pub. Hey, hold on. What time is it? 1:18. All right. I'm gonna call it a day. I gotta call it a day. No problem. I appreciate y'all, man.
Everyone have a good day.
All right, y'all. I gotta go get ready to pick up my babies. All right, Kenzie. Shawnee, I appreciate y'all. Okay. Yeah, just know on the way out, just know 80% of black men got felonies. I'll never forget that shit. I can't even hold you. 80% of black men got felonies. Wicked. Hey, we got over 220,000 likes, man. I was trying to get over. I think we could hit 500,000 in this bitch. We got it's damn near 600 people in this mug, man. Chardonnay, appreciate the super chat. Miss Chrissy, baby. Osa, Melinda, Essence, Marsha, Nigel, Maud, Nia. Appreciate y'all on the super chats. Everybody debating the Cash App. One love, one thug, man. Shout out to the best mods in the business on the YouTubes and on the Tiki Tacs. Y'all held me down. Nah, man, don't be treating us like the dealership, man. 2 hours of nasty work. Nah, I've been in here for 3 hours and 17 minutes. 3 hours and 17 minutes, yeah. I started a little late. What you wait long for? Oh, Miriam, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. If you was in the queue, you know, the queues be wicked. Come up tomorrow. I got you. Don't even trip. I got you. It was 3 hours. 3 hours. 3 hours and 17 minutes to be exact, man. I got to go eat lunch. I got to get my baby. Nigel said, then who does he want black women to date? Help. That's what they were saying. Thank you, Tiffany. Appreciate you. Thanks for the Cash App. Hey, they said, hey, Nigel said, then who does he want black women to date? Help. That's what they were saying. To Nigel, they was like, damn. So just leave black men alone at this point. If 80% of us got a felony. Hey, my daddy, I done seen my daddy pimp women and sell smugs, and that man ain't got a felony. So I know 80% of black men ain't got a felony. I done seen that man sell smugs and pimp women for 30 years. Now you talking about 80% of black men got felonies. Please. If they couldn't get that man, they not getting most men. Like, come on, be fucking for real. Be fucking for real. Benny mad at my YouTube video. Uh-oh, he caught on to the YouTubes. That boy getting cooked. Shout out to Benny, man. He mad. We got him punching the air today. I might slide over there for a second, see if I could dip up in that thing, man. See if he want to talk to your boy one time. He said he unblocked you. Okay, I'll slide over there in a minute, man. All right, YouTubers, I appreciate y'all. We out this thing. Oh, no, hold on. No, I have to disagree. Most people who say that talk proper was black girls growing up. Oh. Diva Divine said most people who say that you talk too proper is black women said that, but I don't know. That hasn't been my experience. There's no way to quantify it. I believe you. But all right, y'all. I'm outro. Oh, shout out. Oh, yeah, I did all of that. All right, we out of here. Is Benny live right now? At 13% of the population of black men, 1/3 have felonies. I don't think 1/3 of black men have felonies.